KKavitha summoned in Liquorgate. Kavitha says BJP pursuing vendetta politics. Can BJP take the higher moral ground? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
Hello and welcome. You're watching our special broadcast. Our newsmaker tonight is a firebrand woman leader, KKavitha, who's now taken the national capital by storm. The reason why I say that she's taken the national capital by storm is because she's openly dared the central government, making it very clear that she's willing to answer all questions. And more importantly, she's here for a particular cause. So what's her cause? Why exactly has she now been at the forefront of this entire fight? For more on this, thank you very much, Ms. Kavitha, for joining us on Republic TV. Let me straight away begin by asking you, a firebrand leader, someone who's in the United States, come back to India, part of that entire movement of Telangana, your journey all through has been very remarkable. The very fact that you've defeated a two-time Congress parliamentarian and the fact that thereafter the fight has continued. Today in the national capital, you say that the fight is about the women's reservation bill. But I want to ask you this. Your bitter rival from the Bharatiya Janata Party, Arvind Dharmapuri, says KCR government didn't have a single woman in the cabinet from 2014 to 2018. So why bring the women reservation bill as the first cause of coming to the national capital and fighting for it? What is the reason behind it?
Bharat Jagrat is an organization which was constantly working with the people of Telangana, for the people of Telangana for a long time now. And now we believe that we can expand across the nation and work for various good causes. One of the important causes being women reservation bill, because we've seen many nations which have given reservations to women in political platforms and national parliaments have made tremendous strides in terms of overall development of the nation. So now the point being, since the time I was in Parliament, every Women's Day we would get an opportunity to speak, and every time inside and outside the Parliament, wherever I got the chance, I've constantly raised the issue of women's reservation bill. Why? I'll tell you. Because in this country from 1996, the issue has actually started, the discussion has started. From then till 2014, every Prime Minister had made an effort to bring the bill, at least draft the bill, put a committee, do something, bring the bill. It did get passed or it did not get passed, did not matter. Every Prime Minister had made an effort. And Honorable Sonia Gandhi ji made a much better effort in 2010. It passed in Rajya Sabha. But then from 2014 till date, in the last 9 years, it's Mr. Modi who did not even make an effort to even draft the bill. So our contention today is not to name only one particular Prime Minister, but the opportunity is humongous. There's a historical opportunity with the Bharatiya Janata Party today because they enjoy a great mandate. Now when you have such a mandate, you can push for bills like these. And I earnestly request Mr. Prime Minister and also Madam President today that please bring the bill. There is every political party which is willing to support, and if any political party has any kind of dissent or misunderstanding or objections, that can be discussed, and a dialogue can solve anything in the world. But an effort from the government has to be made, since they promised it twice in their manifesto, both in 2014 and also in 2019. I request the Honorable Prime Minister to bring the bill.
Ms. Kavitha, wouldn't it be far more appropriate, or perhaps strengthening your own position, when you're demanding for the implementation of the women's reservation bill, had it also happened in the state of Telangana? Because the reason why I'm asking you, the Bharatiya Janata Party can tomorrow come up and say that Pushkar Singh Dhami's government has been able to do so. If you want to take up this cause, why not start from Telangana? And that gives you the boost to take on the fight.
Exactly. I've never ever said that BRS is a different party. Like BRS, in this country, our culture is heavily patriarchal, and no system will change overnight without a law. And BRS is no exemption to that. Including Bharatiya Janata Party, today in the Parliament has not given more than 12% seats to their women MPs. If you look at Bharatiya Janata Party MPs, if you look at Congress Party, any party, No exemption. This is just a common issue for women, not political issue. So all I am requesting the government is, when you have the mandate like of 303 people with you, MPs with you, you can push any kind of bill. Right. You pushed Aadhaar, you pushed Article 370, you pushed citizenship bill. So you pushed many bills like that. You pushed 131, I think, money bills this government has pushed without discussion. So you can easily get the women reservation bill passed with the kind of majority that you have, and I request the government to table the bill.
Of course, the entire demand that the opposition parties are making right now, keeping in mind the Bharatiya Janata Party also mentioned in their own manifesto.
Yes.
But can we get some sort of an assurance from you, Ms. Kavitha, that perhaps back in your state, you're also going to do that? Because you've been very successful in bringing in a lot of cultural activities, which you said, traditions which were forgotten in the state of Telangana. You've revived them. You've been at the forefront. So can there be some sort of an assurance from your side as far as your party is concerned? You will do it in Telangana? Is there some sort of an assurance?
My party has passed a resolution in the assembly, not now, in between 2014 and 19, I think it is in 2016, they've passed a resolution in the assembly saying whenever a women reservation bill is tabled in the parliament, BRS will stand by the government. That is our commitment to the women. So we will do it, and I'm saying Modi ji had promised not incremental growth, mind you, has promised exponential growth. And if we have to make some decent change in terms of the women representation in this country, I'll just share one number with you. 1947 or 1952 in the first parliament, we had 24 women MPs. Today we have 78. So if we are taking at least 75 years to come to the number 78, we're going to take 2063 to come to 180. Whereas within 2 days, if Honorable Modi ji wants it, he can pass the bill and there will be 180 women MPs, doesn't matter whichever party, in the parliament in 2024. That is the strength today BJP has, and they should utilize it for the greater good of the women. That is my sincere appeal.
Focusing about the future of your party, 21 years after it was founded, now you've taken the national foray. The BRS has come into the picture. Many would say that, is it a little short-sighted, keeping in mind that you're basically coming out of Telangana? You're looking at stitching an alliance, and which becomes far more difficult. We've seen in multiple states there isn't any coordination between the opposition parties. So how exactly are you really looking at? Because in Khammam, this entire opposition strength, the unity that was essentially being displayed was minus the Congress party. And as I see, your words about the Congress party has also been quite, you've been very harsh on them, on the Congress party. The Wardar Congress says, you said, Congress should be fighting shoulder to shoulder with the regional parties. They should leave their arrogance, become a team player. Do you think that the Congress party will actually be able to cede that space and become a part of it? And because they're saying, without us, there can't be any opposition alliance.
Let me tell you about BRS and what BRS wants. When TRS became BRS, our only agenda is to give a people's agenda to the nation. Why do I say that? When we took up the fight of Telangana, we stuck to the fight. It took us 15 years to achieve the state, but we never went back. We've had many setbacks back and forth. We've never went back. That was our commitment to people of Telangana. Once we achieved the state, in the last 9 years, we've made tremendous development happen in the state. We are today #1 in every indicator that you take at the national level. It could be rice production, it could be health indicators, it could be education indicators, it could be cleanliness, it could be municipalities, it could be irrigation facilities, it could be education. Anything you take, we are either #1 or 2. And one or two areas in which central government gives awards, from 1 to 10 was Telangana. So that is the kind of development we have done.
But
give me one more minute. So this is the kind of wealth we created in Telangana. When we started as a state, 2014, we had only 60,000 crores budget. Today our budget is 2,90,000 crores, and we are not a deficit state. Our fiscal deficit is in control, our debt is in control, and we are progressing and we are creating jobs by day. Today, within 9 years, 20,000 industrial units have started, operated, and given 30 lakh jobs to the youth of Telangana. So our BRS, when we came to the national level, our agenda was simple. Whatever we've done in Telangana, we want to do it for the nation. Now with that agenda we've come. I know it is not a one-day job, it is not a one-night job, it is not even probably one generation job, but we will keep at it, we will work for it. While doing that, our goal right now for 2024 is to dislodge the current Bharatiya Janata Party government at the center. Right? For that goal, whoever has a similar line of thinking, we will work with them. We will absolutely make an effort, and which we have been consistently making starting from 2019 election. We are making efforts. If you remember, Honorable KCR Garu had gone to meet Mamta Di, then he has gone to meet Uddhav Thackeray ji, Sharad Pawar ji. Every single politician in this country, Honorable KCR Garu has approached to make sure there is an understanding. And after that, I really welcome Mamta Di did her own meetings. Naveen Patnaik, Nitish ji did his own meetings, Stalin ji did his own meetings. We welcome these moves. We want more and more opposition parties to come together, discuss, debate. And as you're saying, Congress has to now, they have to introspect. It is not for me to speak for Congress.
But unless you bring them on the table, at least on the talking table, because wherever they are going, they're essentially, be it even in the northeastern states when the elections were actually happening, we have seen in one state, in Tripura, there's an alliance. In Kerala, there is a... How does that really work? Because one needs to understand, your own electorate back in the state of Telangana are voting because of the development model that you are projecting. Yes. Or for that matter, even KCR being the face of your party, people are voting for that. People are voting for KCR there. But what happens in the national picture? Whom are we really going to vote? Because the country knows that there is a Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the one side. Why is it so very difficult for the opposition parties to come together, even for tomorrow? As I understand, you're bringing in 18 parties. Will the Congress party now come in? Because the Congress party, again and again, they're reiterating. Rahul Gandhi makes it abundantly clear that there will be no alliance. There can be no alliance minus the Congress party. If that's the position, how will you all negotiate?
See, but Shravanji, the discussion is not so unilateral, is it? See, it is not just Modi versus everybody. No, it's not like that. Narendra Modi ji is one among the MPs and he's first among the MPs. Simple as that. Simply put, that is the case. So tomorrow when 543 seats are to be fought across the nation, there are multiple parties, and in Telangana, what is the strength of BRS? In Tamil Nadu, what is the strength of DMK? In Maharashtra, what is the strength of Shiv Sena, NCP? All that will matter, and that is why repeatedly all these regional political leaders or strong leaders across different states are meeting constantly to arrive at an understanding. If Congress has a role in some state, probably we will consult them, or probably we won't.
So you're open to the idea of talking to the Congress party?
I'm just saying, in a state like Bengal, they have one MLA seat.
Right.
Now what will you strike a deal there? All I'm trying to tell you is, Congress, the burden is not just on everybody else. The burden heavily is on Congress also. Party. They should come to an understanding. They should realize what they want. And they should devise a strategy as well of their own, which BRS is doing. BRS wants to work
will the BRS pan-nation. But will the BRS make that attempt of reaching out to the Congress party for a pan-India alliance? Will that happen at some point?
As of now, we are trying very hard, one, to expand BRS wherever it is possible. Two, to work with our alliance partners, like-minded people, to make new friends, to consolidate old friendships. We are working on that. When it comes to a position where we need to talk to Congress, or where Congress wants to talk to us, we will think about it. We will cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay, let's also focus a little bit about issues that the Bharatiya Janata Party has been alleging as far as the role of the BRS is concerned. But to begin with this, what is happening in the state of Karnataka right now? There is an MLA's son who is caught red-handed. The Lokayukt starts an investigation. The MLA disappears for a very long time, suddenly reappears. The opposition party is now directly attacking the Bharatiya Janata Party, saying that you can't do anything, the ED does not go, the CBI does not go, but you are going to send an ED after Manish Sisodia, an ED after KKavitha. I want to ask you, The Bharatiya Janata Party is making it very clear that, look, it's our own government, but we are starting our own investigation. We are doing it. What moral ground can KKavitha or Manish Sisodia take? That's the position that they are taking. What do you have to say about that?
I'll give you a direct comparison. Karnataka, an MLA's son or MLA is caught with 8 crores. They want to do an investigation with Lokayukta. Now in Telangana, we red-handedly caught agents of Bharatiya Janata Party trying to purchase our MLAs, who claimed that Mr. B.L. Santosh is in charge of this entire operation, and they have put aside 2 lakh crores of cash to buy the MLAs. It was all on record, it was caught on tape, it is all across YouTube for you to watch anytime. And when we created our own SIT, Mr. Santosh does not appear. B.L. Santosh says, I am going to the court, I don't want to come. And CBI comes over, takes over the entire investigation and says, states cannot do it, we will do it. Now in Karnataka, if Lokayukta can do it, why in Telangana SIT cannot do it? All I'm saying is, Bharatiya Janata Party, because they are power in the central government as well, they are utilizing the central agencies to take over the rights of the states and to shield their own people. But they are shielding B.L. Santosh today, they are shielding Mr. MLA in Karnataka who's caught with money. And if ED is not on vacation, and if ED is not biased only towards targeting the opposition, they should immediately book a case on Mr. MLA who's caught with the money.
You also, that you, when you are in power, you are also using state agencies targeting the opposition party there. Bandi Sanjay makes that kind of allegation against you, that how can you take a high moral ground by saying that central agencies are being misused because you are creating an SIT after B.L. Santosh. Then you have, if I'm not wrong, a BJP legislator, T. Raja, against whom there are cases that have been registered, Bandi Sanjay being one of them. In fact, Bandi Sanjay's son's issue was also, they say that the BRS was basically behind it. So the question here is the same. If you look at what is happening in the state of West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee also faces the same allegation that you are in power, you do exactly the same. BJP saying that they do the same thing in various other states. So how are you any better than the... I'm not saying that. I'm saying BJP says that. I'm not saying that. But would you not? It is the same argument that will it not be? Will it not be the same thing?
Let me tell you something here. The way Mr. Bandi Sanjay speaks, if you listen to the speech, if you understand Telugu, not once, for every speech of his, he should have 10 cases on him. But we do not bother because we face them politically. And as a policy, I do not talk about children of the leaders. I'm not going to talk about Mr. Bandi Sanjay's son. There are kids, they fought in the college, I don't care, I don't mind. If it is a serious crime, let the agencies probe, I'm not worried, we are not going there. But the way Mr. Raja Singh gave a speech, a provocative speech, brought thousands of people on roads, and we as a state had to control the situation. We did that point of time. Unless and until it is a law and order issue, Telangana government never acted. If you can look at some of the YouTube Telugu channels, the kind of slander in the name of journalism that they pour out on our entire party, we just put up with them because we know, we are confident, we work for the people, we are with the people and people are with us. That's our confidence. If that confidence Bharatiya Janata Party today has, then they should stop this ED extension procedure. They should stop extending Mr. Sanjay Mishra's tenure for ever and ever and ever.
But
they should stop extended. Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
The court is allowing that. If the government has done it, so as the court has allowed it. So if that is still being challenged, the hearings are still underway. Exactly. So why not wait for the court to take a final call on as far as the extension of the ED?
Let me finish the statement. One is Mr. Sanjay Mishra ED, his extension is constantly there, and he openly claims that I am not working for Government of India, I am working for BJP. Multiple times, multiple people have heard him say that is what I say. I have never met the gentleman. But when SBI chairman's extension happens, he will come out and say Adani ji ka koi problem nahi hai, SBI se hum loan de denge, hamara loan safe hai. LIC person gets an extension, he'll come out and say LIC mein kisi ka नुकसान नहीं हो रहा है, whereas 50,000 crores LIC lost in a single day. That's people's money. And if you are giving extension for people who are shielding your friends, who are shielding your political allies, who are shielding your own MLAs, that is not fair. We want a just investigation. We want the agencies to be independent. We want LIC to be independent. We want SBI to be independent because public money and public interest is involved in it. That is my contention.
Ms. Kavitha, I saw your press conference earlier in the day, and I would say that if you've taken the bull by the horn, so let me this part that I want to focus on right now. Let's keep the political rhetoric aside, because I think the public deserves to know. You're a public representative. There are serious allegations that have been leveled. Let's make the attempt of giving a very direct answer rather than really looking to the political rhetoric. You say that these material, as far as the excise policy or the allegations that have been leveled against you, have been leaked by the agency through the remand copies. I'm not going by that. I'm telling you up front, the questions that I'm asking is based on the supplementary charge sheet that has been filed, which is available to the entire public, not a select media. Now, in the charge sheet, there are some very specifics that I would like to go on to. On 8th of April 2022, they say in the charge sheet, KKavitha and Arun Pillai met Vijay Nair and Dinesh Arora at Oberoi Maidens, discussed recoupment of the kickbacks paid by the South Group. A direct question. Do you know Arun Ramachandra Pillai? Because I see there are two pictures that have been doing the rounds. And you are seen in that picture, and along with Arun Ramachandra Pillai and Abhishek Boinpalli. Both of them happen to be accused in that case. You are not an accused, but you are seen in that picture. So first, I want to understand, do you know Mr. Pillai and Mr. Boinpalli?
See, first I want to tell you one thing. Overall, when this entire case started, there was a government declared tender floated by Delhi government.
Right.
Few people from Hyderabad came and participated in the tender. They won, they lost, what happened I don't know. Who all came I don't know. If few of them I know, I might have known. Not a big deal. Point here is, how are these few people that I know have been treated by ED? There is a gentleman who's filed a writ petition in Hyderabad saying that he's beaten up and he can't hear anymore. There's a writ petition pending. ED has beaten him up so bad. There is a writ petition by another. Same case. Okay. There is another gentleman who's filed a writ petition in Telangana High Court saying that morning to evening they only ask me and pressurize me to give only two political leaders' name, either KKavitha or Manish Sisodia. He's been arrested now. He's inside the jail. He's filed a writ petition. So this is the kind of operation that is done by ET. I will really not want to go into details because it will again attract a lot of cases and a lot of legal issues will come to both you and me. Point here is there are ED excesses today, there are IT excesses today, there are CBI excesses today happening in this country on the behest of a political party in power, which is a matter of fact, which everybody knows. My point here is, do not do that. Do not use them as your, extension of your party. Not because of me personally being targeted. Today, I am being targeted. Tomorrow, regular people will be targeted, and it is not guaranteed that BJP will stay in power forever. You are leaving a bad precedent. So whoever will come after you will continue the same thing, and it is not good for our country. This is absolutely bad, and the section 50 under which PMLA ED gets a lot of power and where the proof of burden is on the person accused. If you are alleging that you have paid me bribe, I am supposed to prove that I have not taken any bribe. That is not fair. He cannot go against the system. I really, through Republic, requesting the Honorable Supreme Court to immediately listen to the PMLA Section 50 matter and please remove the proof of burden from the victims. It is an earnest appeal to the Supreme Court.
When your name came up for the first time, you were very aggressive. You said you were going to file cases against Sirsa, the BJP leader, as well as Parvesh Verma. You said that these were baseless allegations. We don't see that same aggression now. Why exactly? In the sense, let me just elaborate a little bit, because as far as Abhishek Boinpalli, Mr. Pillai are concerned, their connections with Hyderabad, that's a different matter altogether, and writ petition that you're talking about. What about another accused who goes by the name of Samir Mahindru? Because Samir Mahindru, in his statement to the enforcement directorate, says that road number 14 in Banjara Hills, there was a meeting that happened at your residence where Abhishek Boinpalli, Sharath Reddy and several others were present in that particular way. That is what he's saying. In fact, they also go on to say there were FaceTime calls that were made. We don't know. Let the court decide, let the enforcement directorate decide, and you decide. It's my job is to ask you this question, and I think everyone would like to know, was there any sort of meeting that took place, and why is it so difficult, Ms. Kavitha, to come out in the open and say that, look, these are all, there was no meeting. You are saying, it does appear, let me, pardon if I'm saying that, a little beating around the bush, a little political rhetoric allowed. Let's have a very direct conversation about, was there any meeting or there was no meeting?
First of all, you are not ED. Second of all, you should understand that any trial like this held in public with half knowledge in 2-minute interview cannot be explained.
Okay.
So ED wants to ask me these questions, I'll certainly answer. Point 2, I had filed defamation suits on people who were constantly raising issues which I did not have anything to do with. So court gave an order saying that you should not speak about me, then they have stopped talking about me. Point two, if the larger victim is constantly being the opposition party, and I meet 200 people in my home every single day. I met you now. If you go outside and do something, please don't do anything wrong. But if you go outside and do anything which is not in legal framework, and if system wants to hold me responsible, then that is not fair.
आप इंडिया आते हैं एंड देन यू स्टार्ट स्पेशल फोर्सेस, एनएसजी, गरुड़, मार्कोस। किस तरीके से ये सफर शुरू हुआ स्पेशल फोर्सेस को ट्रेन करने?
कर्नल साहब, तो ही वाज एट दैट टाइम सीओ ऑफ 6AR और पहली अपॉर्चुनिटी उन्होंने मुझे दी।
अच्छा।
टू ट्रेन हिज रेजिमेंट एंड ही आस्क्ड मी कि आप इनको नाइफ टू नाइफ कॉम्बैट में खुकरी ट्रेन करो। जब मैंने एडीजी इन्फेंट्री के सामने वो डेमो दिया और उनको वो बहुत अलग लिखा, एज लॉन्ग एज आवर सोल्जर्स आर सेफ, दे गेट द बेस्ट, आई हैव नो प्रॉब्लम।
Soldier of the Indian Army has been murdered by a politician, and the Latvian media is quiet about it. Not emphatically, not vocally, not till Republic named and shamed them about their silence over Lance Naik Prabhu's death. Look at this man. He's the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, and as our reporter runs after him to ask him to say one thing, he says not one word. He just keeps running away from the Republic reporters.
All the 9 of the accused have been taken to custody. The primary accused, Chinnasamy, had been picked up by the CID and handed over to the Tamil Nadu cops.
कहीं ना कहीं मार्शल आर्ट्स लड़ाई झगड़े खून खराबे से ज्यादा आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट हार्मनी आल्सो।
सर, इट्स अ पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम।
पूरा मार्शल आर्ट्स
बिल्कुल
जी।
आपकी फौज में भी यही है, डिसिप्लिन, माइंड, बॉडी एंड स्पिरिट इज इन कमांड ऑफ यू। आपके पास गन है बट आप किसी सिविलियन को गुस्सा आते गोली तो नहीं मार देते ना। यू हैव टू कंट्रोल दैट कंट्रोल कम्स फ्रॉम द माइंड एंड फ्रॉम द ट्रेनिंग। सो दैट जो आर्मी में हम बोलते हैं फोर्स कंटिन्यूम, किस फोर्स पे कितना फोर्स देना है, ये मेंटल कंट्रोल ट्रेनिंग से आता है, करेक्ट ट्रेनिंग से।
आप इंडिया आते हैं एंड देन यू स्टार्ट स्पेशल फोर्सेस, एनएसजी, गरुड़, मार्कोस। किस तरीके से ये सफर शुरू हुआ स्पेशल फोर्सेस को ट्रेन करने?
कर्नल साहब, तो ही वाज एट दैट टाइम सीओ ऑफ 6AR और पहली अपॉर्चुनिटी उन्होंने मुझे दी।
अच्छा।
टू ट्रेन हिज रेजिमेंट एंड ही आस्क्ड मी कि आप इनको नाइफ टू नाइफ कॉम्बैट में खुकरी ट्रेन करो। जब मैंने एडीजी इन्फेंट्री के सामने वो डेमो दिया और उनको वो बहुत अलग लिखा, एज लॉन्ग एज आवर सोल्जर्स आर सेफ, दे गेट द बेस्ट, आई हैव नो प्रॉब्लम।
Soldier of the Indian Army has been murdered by a politician, and the Latvian media is quiet about it. Not emphatically, not vocally, not till Republic named and shamed them about their silence over Lance Naik Prabhu's death. Look at this man. He's the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, and as our reporter runs after him to ask him to say one thing, he says not one word. He just keeps running away from the Republic reporters.
All the 9 of the accused have been taken to custody. The primary accused, Chinnasamy, had been picked up by the CID and handed over to the Tamil Nadu cops.
From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for the debate.
Debate at 9, presented by Amity University, powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, Century Ply and Panasonic.
Well, hello and welcome. I am Ishwara Kapoor and you're watching the debate. Yes, Arnab Goswami is not here today, but don't worry. He's going to be back really soon. But we have a packed house. And these are the debates tonight. Debate number 1. Kavitha summoned in Liquorgate. Manish Sisodiya is now arrested by the ED. And the BJP is hit by corruption charges of its own. So who is misusing the agencies and how? That's debate number 1 tonight. Debate number 2. Pulwama martyrs betrayed. Protest by Veer Naris enters day 10. Why is the Vadra Congress silent? That's debate number 2, viewers. And debate number 3. Yes, there's a third debate tonight. US intel report says India more likely to use military force in face of Pakistan's provocation. Will Pakistan get this message? It's as clear as that, and that's debate number 3 tonight. But first, the headlines. Aam Aadmi Party's senior leader Manish Sisodiya now arrested by the ED after CBI, and all this happened in Tihar. Yes, that's how it happened today.
Bharatiya Janata Party, because they have power in the central government as well, they are utilizing the central agencies to take over the rights of the states and to shield their own people.
2 days before her ED summons, BRS senior leader KKavitha speaks to Republic.
Morning to evening, they only ask me and pressurize me to give only 2 political leaders' name, either KKavitha or Manish Sisodiya. He's been arrested now, he's inside the jail, he's filed a writ petition. So this is the kind of operation.
Explosive interview on Republic as KKavitha goes after agencies in her response. BJP Bribegate MLA is brazen silent on his whereabouts, even as his son is arrested over kickbacks. Embarrassment for BJP there. Another big controversy in Karnataka as BJP MP is seen moral policing and asking woman trader to wear a bindi. Shameful scenes unfold in Rajasthan as wives of Pulwama martyrs are made to force to plead for honor. And ladies and gentlemen, let's begin with the debate. The Aam Aadmi Party has been openly saying, after their second leader and number 2 in their party and was number 2 in the government, Manish Sisodiya, was arrested by the CBI. Well, hello, today the ED arrested Manish Sisodiya after his questioning inside the Tihar jail. The counter by the Aam Aadmi Party is same. Political vendetta. Our colleague, my colleague, Shavan, spoke to KKavitha just few minutes prior. She has been summoned by the ED. She speaks to Republic 2 days prior to that. And I'm asking you, viewers, what would be her answer? There's no surprise there. It's same as that was of the Aam Aadmi Party. Political vendetta. They are blaming the ED and the CBI. They are saying, the complete opposition are openly saying that the ED and the CBI are only working on the behest of the BJP. The BJP says action is being done against the corrupt. So where is the politics in that? The Aam Aadmi Party says tomorrow Manish was about to get bail in the CBI court. The question is asked, how do you know? The counter comes from the Aam Aadmi Party. They say, why couldn't the ED wait a day? The same point was reiterated by KKavitha in her interview to Republic, saying that ED is in a hurry. Why do they say so? Our officers, whether it's the ED or the CBI, are acting against the corrupt. But the problem is, which I have asked earlier also, viewers, that why and only why, and it's food for thought for you, the people of this country, that why only and only when our agencies, the ED and the CBI, knock on the door of a politician or anyone who's very, very closely connected to a politician, that this counter of political vendetta comes, and this counter is not new. It's not new. No political party, whether who are in power today or who are not in power today, have not used it for their defense as soon as their own leader has been caught. Yes, no political party, whether the Congress, the SP, the BJP, the AAP, no party is untouched by this. You ask anything today of the Aam Aadmi Party, I'm going to be joined in by a senior leader of the Aam Aadmi Party and Member of Parliament, Sanjay Singh. I'm going to have BJP Member of Parliament, Sudhanshu Trivedi. You ask them any question, the counter is political vendetta. The ED and CBI are being misused. Yes. So what should we do? You ask the BRS leadership, KKavitha, in her interview to my colleague Shavan, she says the ED and the CBI are only working on the behest of the government. So I ask you, viewers, what should we do as people of this country, as citizens of India? Should ED and CBI be closed? No. Why? Thousands of officers work day and night to get these documents out, to get the information out, to investigate. Only because it's connected to a political party or a political leader? Should these investigations be stopped? No. No. So who is misusing the agencies and how? That's the debate tonight. But first, this special report, and then I have a packed house.
लेकिन हम भी मोदी जी से और भारतीय जनता पार्टी से और पूरे देश की जनता से बता दें कि हम डरने वालों से नहीं हैं।
BRS leader KKavitha is calling the CBI action on Liquorgate fixed political vendetta.
Bharatiya Janata Party, because their power in the central government as well, they are utilizing the central agencies to take over the rights of the states and to shield their own people. They are shielding BL Santosh today, they are shielding Mr. MLA in Karnataka who's caught with money. And if ED is not on vacation, and if ED is not biased only towards targeting the opposition, they should immediately book a case on Mr. MLA who's caught with the money.
The allegation is of misuse of agencies.
Modi only knows two things. The double engine he talks about is either jumla और हमला. लोगों को गुमराह करो, बेवकूफ बनाओ, वोट ले लो, खत्म करो. अगर बात नहीं मानते हैं तो हमला करो. ED भेजो, CBI भेजो, IT भेजो. मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूँ, आज तक मोदी जब से आए हैं 9 साल में, कितने लोगों पे, कितने बीजेपी लीडर पे आज तक केस हुए, बताइए आप मुझे. क्या बीजेपी में सभी के सभी राजा हरिश्चंद्र के भाई या बहन है? क्या बीजेपी में कोई एक केस नहीं होता? कल आप देखिएगा, कल कर्नाटक में क्या हुआ.
The allegation is of targeting the opposition.
दिल्ली के खतरनाक क्रिमिनल्स, अपराधी, पेशेवर अपराधी, कुछ तो इतने मानसिक तौर पे बीमार हैं कि आप उनको इशारा कर दीजिए वो किसी का भी मर्डर कर सकते हैं. वो सब लोग उसी जेल में. तो क्यों दिल्ली के उप मुख्यमंत्री मनीष सिसोदिया के इतने नज़दीक इस तरीके के गैंगस्टर्स को, इस तरीके के क्रिमिनल्स को रखा जा रहा है? पिछले जून से वो लगातार छापे मार रहे हैं, पूछताछ कर रहे हैं, लोगों को जेल में डाल रहे हैं. मिला क्या?
The BJP is hitting back.
उनको इतनी तकलीफ क्यों हो रही है? अगर इफ दे आर नॉट इन्वॉल्व्ड, क्यों डरना क्यों? नरेंद्र मोदी जी का जो लीडरशिप है आज देश में, इन लोगों का जिन जिन लोगों ने लेटर लिखा है, सब इकट्ठा होके नरेंद्र मोदी के खिलाफ बहुत दिनों से बोल रहे हैं. हम तो देख रहे, तो नया कुछ नहीं है इसमें. तो आज भी ये सब इकट्ठा होके एक प्लेटफॉर्म में आना चाह रहे हैं.
but the BJP has much to answer itself.
After 168 hours and 7 days, Madal Virupakshappa has finally appeared before the Lokayukta's investigating officer to go on and give the details of the massive bribegate scam which has gone on to rock Karnataka.
ನನಗೆ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ. ನೀವು ನನ್ನ ಟಚ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ ತೊಂದರೆ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಾಡೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಈ ದಿನ ಲೋಕಾಯುಕ್ತದ ಮುಂದೆ ಹಾಜರಾಗ್ತೇನೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಸರ್ ತಪ್ಪಡ್ರಿ ಅಣ್ಣ ಹುಷಾರು.
Can the politicians blame the agencies? Let's debate.
Well, yes, let's debate that who is misusing the agency, viewers, and like how. I'm joined in by the BJP Member of Parliament of the Upper House, so Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi. I have the Member of Parliament of the Upper House and Senior Leader of the Aam Aadmi Party, Sanjay Singh. And I also have Senior Leader and Chairman of the BRS, Rahul Ashridhar Reddy. He is Chairman TSCWIDC. I'm going to you, Sanjay Singh, first, and then coming to you, Sudhanshu ji. Sanjay Singh ji, you ask anything of the Aam Aadmi Party. आप कुछ भी पूछिए, आम आदमी पार्टी कहती है एक ही जवाब, ईडी एंड सीबीआई का मिसयूज। आज ईडी ने आपके फॉर्मर डेप्यूटी चीफ मिनिस्टर से, दिल्ली के मनीष सिसोदिया से पूछताछ किया संजय जी, और उसके बाद उनको अरेस्ट किया। विल यू स्टिल से, आप अभी भी यही कहेंगे कि ईडी बीजेपी के बेहस पे काम कर रही है? अभी भी आपको कुछ लिकर पॉलिसी में, एक्साइज पॉलिसी में कुछ गलत नहीं दिखता?
देखिए ऐश्वर्य
संजय जी,
देखिए ऐश्वर्य जी, भारतीय जनता पार्टी की हालत यह हो गई है कि बीजेपी में जो जितना बड़ा भ्रष्टाचारी वो उतना बड़ा पदाधिकारी। और ये बात मैं क्यों कह रहा हूं, सिलसिलेवार सुनिएगा।
व्हाट आर यू सेइंग?
खुद भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने हेमंत विश्व शर्मा के खिलाफ वाटर स्कैम की बुकलेट जारी की थी। संजय सिंह ने नहीं, खुद बीजेपी ने जारी की थी। और आज वो हेमंत विश्व शर्मा बीजेपी के चीफ मिनिस्टर हैं असम के। मुकुल राय, शुभेंदु अधिकारी शारदा स्कैम में फंसे तो पूरे बंगाल में बीजेपी ने उनके खिलाफ प्रदर्शन किया, उनका इस्तीफा मांगा और कहा कि ऐसे लोग तो राजनीति में होने नहीं चाहिए। एक को बीजेपी का राष्ट्रीय उपाध्यक्ष बनाया, दूसरे को लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन बनाया। अजीत पवार को कहा ये चक्की पिसिंग करेंगे, सीबीआई की जांच होगी। 40,000 करोड़ का सिंचाई घोटाला किया उन्होंने। और अजीत पवार के साथ सुबह 6:30 बजे उन्होंने शपथ ले ली। व्यापम घोटाले में शिवराज सिंह और पूरी पार्टी मध्य प्रदेश में फंसती है, उनको मुख्यमंत्री बना दिया जाता है। येदुरप्पा माइनिंग घोटाले में फंसते हैं, उनको मुख्यमंत्री बना दिया जाता है। नारायण राणे लैंड स्कैम मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग में फंसते हैं, उनको केंद्र में मंत्री बना दिया जाता है। जो बीजेपी में शामिल हो जाता है वो राजा हरिश्चंद्र हो जाता है, उसके खिलाफ कोई जांच नहीं होती। अब बात करते हैं मनीष सिसोदिया की। मनीष सिसोदिया के घर में आपने 14 घंटे सीबीआई के छापेमारी कराई, कुछ नहीं निकला। गांव में छापेमारी करी, कुछ नहीं निकला। दफ्तर में छापेमारी करी, कुछ नहीं निकला। बैंक का लॉकर चेक किया, कुछ नहीं निकला। पहली चार्जशीट आई, कुछ नहीं निकला। दूसरी चार्जशीट आई, कुछ नहीं निकला। सीबीआई ने 5 दिन पूछताछ की, कुछ नहीं निकला। फिर 2 दिन पूछताछ की, कुछ नहीं निकला। जब कोई रास्ता नहीं बचा तो अब ईडी आई है। भाई ये बताओ, आप ये शराब घोटाला कब से चिल्ला रहे हैं आप इस बात का इंतजार कर रहे थे कि जिस दिन सीबीआई की जमानत की डेट लगेगी उसके एक दिन पहले ईडी गिरफ्तार करेगी? आपको इसमें कुछ गलत नहीं लगता? आपको नहीं लगता कि सीबीआई और ईडी सिर्फ भारतीय जनता पार्टी और नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार के इशारे पर विपक्ष के नेताओं का उत्पीड़न कर रही है? आप मुझे बताइए, 3,000 किलो 20,000 करोड़ की ड्रग्स अडानी के पोर्ट पर पकड़ी गई। क्या कार्रवाई हुई उसके खिलाफ? अडानी के पोर्ट पर 20,000 करोड़ की ड्रग्स पकड़ी गई, कोई कार्रवाई नहीं हुई। आज मोदी जी ने 20,000 टन गेहूं भेज दिया तालिबान को। मोदी जी का नारा है कि तुम मुझे ड्रग्स दो, मैं तुम्हें गेहूं दूंगा। जो तालिबान आपके देश में ड्रग्स भेज रहा है उसको आप गेहूं भेज रहे हो, गेहूं भेज रहे हो। मतलब आप तालिबान को आटा देते हो, अपने भक्तों को चाटा देते हो।
is answering back to you.
आप मुझे बताइए। नहीं मैं अंतिम बात कह के खत्म कर रहा हूं।
आपका मैं जवाब ले रहा हूं।
ऐश्वर्य जी
बोलिए कंप्लीट
मैं 1 मिनट में खत्म कर रहा हूं, 1 मिनट में कंप्लीट कर रहा हूं। जिस राज्य के अंदर शराबबंदी घोषित तौर पर है, घोषित तौर पे उस गुजरात में 100 लोग जहरीली शराब पी के मर जाते हैं, किसके किसके खिलाफ कार्रवाई हुई? कौन सा मंत्री जेल में गया बताइए आप? 150 लोग अलीगढ़ में, यही उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर 150 लोग जहरीली शराब पी के मर जाते हैं, सरकारी शराब के ठेके से शराब लेकर। कितने मंत्री गिरफ्तार हुए, कितने अधिकारी जेल में गए जरा बताइए आप।
पॉइंट चेक। ओके संजय सिंह,
मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं कि अगर आपका उत्पीड़न मकसद है,
सुधांशु त्रिवेदी,
अगर आपको जेल में डालना मकसद है तो आप सबको जेल में डाल दीजिए। मुर्दों से पूछताछ का कानून लाइए, हड्डियों से पूछताछ का कानून लाइए, यमराज से पूछताछ का कानून लाइए, सबको जेल में डाल दीजिए।
What are you saying? What are you saying, Sanjay ji?
नहीं
Sudhanshu Trivedi, it's a very emotional Sanjay Singh when he's questioning you and he's questioning you on every point. He's saying the BJP is misusing the agencies and like how. And by the way, that is exactly what KKavitha has also said and vehemently reiterated. Sudhanshu Trivedi, KKavitha has spoken to us, to Republic, and saying KKavitha and Sanjay Singh are speaking the same point. They are two different parties, but they have come together against you. Sudhanshu Trivedi is answering back.
Aishwarya ji, I can understand that what Sanjay ji is having an anguish in his mind because the Aam Aadmi Party is passing through its most critical phase since its inception 10 years back, and not on the issue of the legally, morally, politically, all these three aspects. They are on the verge of an existential crisis. But in the spur of movement, I think he was unable to realize what the reality is, what the privilege is. I would like to remind, just 5 years back, it was an incident when Kejriwal ji has shared dice with Lalu Prasad Yadav ji. And then he has said while coming back to Delhi that I do not want to share dice with Lalu Prasad Yadav, who is having so much of corruption charges. It was by mistake and I was forcibly taken to the stage and somehow they have taken the picture. Anybody can go and verify 2016 and 17. And now they are in search of the letters from those parties. There is a proverb in English, birds of same feather flock together. Aishwarya ji, you have heard. So I want to say that the birds of same feather flock together and writing a letter against whom? Against a person who has taken an uphill task of uprooting corruption, but these parties who uses to raise the slogans like कि सारी संसद चोर है, ये सब मिले हुए हैं जी, ये किसी पे कार्रवाई नहीं करेंगे जी, हम आएंगे तभी कार्रवाई करेंगे, ईमानदारी का पैमाना तो ये होना चाहिए, आरोप लगते ही इस्तीफा दे देना चाहिए. Now you can say such a type of drastic change in the stand of a political party in a span of just 1 decade of their existence. I think it is unprecedented in the history of the country. But coming to the other aspect, अब देखिए कभी-कभी वो जो बात नॉन सब्सटेंटिव बोल गए, सर, if there is a port, whether it is a private or it is a government port, the custom and excise is always of the government. You cannot say कि अगर दिल्ली के एयरपोर्ट के ऊपर ड्रग्स पकड़ ली जाए तो आप कहेंगे जीएमआर के एयरपोर्ट के ऊपर ड्रग पकड़ी. अरे भाई, वो कोई भी हो, प्राइवेट पोर्ट हो या सब वो हो, उसके ऊपर इमिग्रेशन जो है वो सरकारी होता है. जैसे प्राइवेट एयरलाइंस जाए या सरकारी एयरलाइंस जाए, जिस कंट्री में जाएंगे इमिग्रेशन है. नाउ आई कैन से विद फर्म कन्विक्शन, यस, वी हैव सीज्ड 20,000 crore rupees of drugs, and previously in the last 7 years before our government came, it was 300 crores. When your government is there in Punjab, you can know that such type of drug cartel was going on all over the India from Mumbai to Punjab. And in those years, only 300 or 400 crores drugs has been seized on the port. And now it is 20,000 crores seized because the government is alert and they are very firm on dealing with the menace of the drug. मगर अब आज अफसोस क्या हो गया है? हम तो सिर्फ ये कहना चाहेंगे कि आज के हालात हम समझ सकते हैं. ये सारी की सारी विपक्षी पार्टियां, एक हिंदी में कहावत होती है कि ये सारे लोग एक साथ मिलकर, मैं मतलब अक्षरशः नहीं कहना चाहता उस बात को, मतलब इसको शब्दशः न लिया जाए, एक हिंदी की कहावत होती, चोर चोर मौसेरे भाई। तो आज विपक्ष की सारी पार्टियां, छोटी छोटी क्षेत्रीय पार्टियां और कांग्रेस आई, ये सब हो गए मौसेरे भाई और आकर ये लड़ रहे हैं, लग रहे हैं लड़ाई। और इतना ही नहीं है, सुनिए आज एक और मजेदार बात हुई है ऐश्वर्य जी, बीआरएस के भी प्रवक्ता आपके बैठे हैं। बीआरएस हैज गिवन एन स्टेटमेंट टुडे कि कांग्रेस इज नथिंग बट ए बिगर रीजनल पार्टी। आप सोचिए, वो बेचारे राष्ट्रीय पार्टी को तो रिकॉग्नाइज करने को तैयार नहीं, मगर उनके नेता अंतरराष्ट्रीय मंचों से धड़ाधड़ स्टेटमेंट दे रहे हैं। सो द रीजनल पार्टीज आर नॉट रेडी टू एक्सेप्ट कांग्रेस पार्टी एज अ नेशनल पार्टी, बट देयर लीडर is giving
that is a different
statement from the international platform. I think
that is right, Sudhanshu Trivedi, but my point is this, no, and I don't blame them in that. And I don't blame them in that. Congress has been reduced to a regional party. Nothing more than a glorified regional party. That's the reality. But there is also a point, Sudhanshu Trivedi, which you just made, that all of these parties, you see, the ED has been successful in not only catching the corrupt, but also getting all of these parties together, in which Rahul Gandhi failed, in which Mamata Banerjee was not successful. Sharad Pawar was not able to be successful in this. Akhilesh Yadav failed. Arvind Kejriwal also couldn't get, I'm not even naming Rahul Gandhi. Even Arvind Kejriwal couldn't get all of these leaders together. But the ED and the action against the corruption has been able to join, has acted as an adhesive, which has got all of these regional players together. And now they stand against you. And like how?
Can I say one sentence, Ashwar? There is a famous
please, and then I'm going to the BRS spokesperson. Yeah.
कि व्यसन की मित्रता सबसे प्रबल होती है।
क्या?
व्यसन की मित्रता सबसे प्रबल होती है। If you translate into English, the friendship is very strong when it is in the vices. बुराइयों के बीच में बहुत अच्छी मित्रता होती है। जैसे मतलब हम ये नहीं कहना चाहते, शराब के लिए आदमी बैठता, बहुत अच्छी मित्रता होती है। जुए के लिए बैठे तो बड़ी अच्छी मित्रता होती है। और एक कहावत होती है कि सबसे ज्यादा ईमानदारी से बंटवारा चोरी के माल का होता है, उसमें बिल्कुल ट्रांसपेरेंसी और ईमानदारी बरती जाती है। सो आई थिंक जो कहावत है कि व्यसन की मित्रता सबसे प्रबल होती है, फ्रेंडशिप इज स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट व्हेन इट इज नॉट फॉर द सेक ऑफ वर्च्यूज बट फॉर द सेक ऑफ वाइसेस, इट इज नाउ बीन रिजेंबलिंग इन द कैरेक्टर ऑफ अवर अपोजिशन पार्टी।
Okay, Sanjay Singh, I'll come to you, but I'm going briefly to Ravala Sridhar Reddy, senior leader of the BRS. Mr. Reddy, your senior leader KKavitha was speaking to us, and she is speaking exactly verbatim what the Aam Aadmi Party was also complaining. Mr. Reddy, are you also saying that the ED and the CBI are only working on the base of Sudhanshu Trivedi's party?
Aishwarya, absolutely, there is no doubt in that. I was listening to Sudhanshu ji कि birds of same feather, flock together, चोरों दोस्ती करते हैं। मैं आपको एक दिखाना चाहता हूँ। Just focus your camera on these things. On 12th October 2018, the ANI, this is reported by ANI, saying that raids at close relatives of TDP leader, businessman CM Ramesh. On 12th October 2018, IT department also is doing survey at 6 places. Now, ED tweeted on November 24, 2018. What did they tweet? They said searches under PMLA were conducted in case of Sri Y.S. Chowdhury. He is known as Sujana Chowdhury, was a former minister in MP of Andhra Pradesh, to investigate bank fraud of over 6,000 crore rupees and and by more than 120 shell companies controlled by Sri Y.S. Chowdhury. And this is Mr.
No, what are you trying to say? Come to the point. Come to the point, sir.
Wait a minute. I am coming to the point. Please allow me to speak for 30 seconds. I have complained to Ethics Committee to seek disqualification of 2 TDP MPs, Y.S. Chowdhury and CM Ramesh, जिसके दोनों के ऊपर CBI, ED, IT ने रेड किया है। उसके बाद अमित शाह जी ने निर्मा सर्फ अप्लाई किया था। जून 21, 2019, ये हुआ 28 नवंबर 2018 और ये हुआ June 21, 2019 where TDP MPs joined BJP. दो MPs के ऊपर जो कार्रवाई हुआ था, ये दो लीडर जो है अमित शाह जी के नेतृत्व में बीजेपी में ज्वाइन किया। फिर ये चोरों के साथ जिसने जीवीएल नरसिम्हा राव ने चोर कहा था, उन लोगों के साथ हमारे आदरणीय चौकीदार प्रधानमंत्री जी ने, हमारे आदरणीय चौकीदार, चोरों का चौकीदार प्रधानमंत्री जी ने, देखिए हंसता खिलता जो इकोनॉमिक अफेंडर्स है 6000 करोड़ बैंक को लूट किए और शेल कंपनीज के तहत लग्जरी कार्स उन लोग ने खरीद लिए और ये लोग हंसता खिलता प्राइम मिनिस्टर के ऑफिस में पीएम के साथ, कोई आम आदमी, कोई गरीब आदमी।
I get the drift. So Sudhanshu Trivedi, I get the drift, Mr. Reddy. So Sudhanshu Trivedi, what they are saying is the same allegation.
Aishwarya, one more thing. Aishwarya, one more thing.
Yeah.
Now this is a Karnataka BJP MLA son.
What? Carry on, quick.
And on that, the Advocates Association of
No, that is embarrassing for the BJP.
Karnataka BJP MLA son.
That is embarrassing for the BJP, like how, and they should have acted far more fiercely against their own MLA. I understand the drift, Mr. Reddy. So Sudhanshu Trivedi, what Sanjay Singh said.
Aishwarya, please.
Yes.
Allow me to speak.
I've given you your time. Okay.
The Karnataka police was so inefficient, they could not find, the MLA was absconding and he was given anticipatory bail, and Karnataka Lawyers Association writes a letter to the Chief Justice of Karnataka, sir, don't give or don't take up cases so immediately, this sends a wrong message. कोई आम आदमी आपके पास आते हैं,
Okay, Mr. Reddy, point taken. Okay, Mr. Reddy, now let me ask that to Sudhanshu Trivedi, and then I'm going to Sanjay Singh again. Okay, Mr. Reddy, point taken. No, point taken, Mr. Reddy, not now. Sudhanshu Trivedi, they are saying what the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress has been saying, that you have some state-of-the-art technology, and some AI integrated washing machine which cleans anything and everything out of any leader, that the minute they are with the Aam Aadmi Party, with the BRS, with the Congress, they are corrupt. The minute they come to your party, they are crystal clean. Safed se bhi zyada saaf ho jate hain. As soon as they come to the BJP, that's the counter. Sudhanshu Trivedi, how do you defend that?
Aishwarya, as far as the incidence of this son of our MLA in Karnataka is concerned, that proves we are having the government in Karnataka as
very
well
embarrassing
as the center. If we were having anything to hide, अगर इनकी allegations सही होते तो हमारी तो पुलिस वहां जाती नहीं. If our police has gone there and they have seized, it means the investigating agencies are working in professional manner. And they are working in a professional manner, and nobody is going to interfere. But the problem is, sir, let me complete the sentence. When you were speaking, I was not speaking. But Aishwarya ji, you have said that talking about some AI integrated machine. I would like to say they are having some AI integrated, artificial intelligence integrated spectacles. If you ask our brother from BRS, that as on those issues of CM Ramesh and Sujna Chaudhary, they were saying, and Sanjay Singh ji was saying about the water scam on which he was taking the name of Hemanta Biswa Sarma ji. Congress ka official stand kya tha? There was no such scam. In Sharda, there was no such scam with an official stand of Trinamool Congress. And on these issues, quote the statement of the opposition parties at the time. They were saying there is no such scam. Now they are having an artificially intelligence-oriented goggles in their hand. The moment they have gone there, they are saying, oh, this is a scam. अगर स्कैम था तो मैं पूछना चाहता हूं तरुण गोगोई जी और उनके मिनिस्टर्स पे क्या कार्रवाई की है कांग्रेस?
ऐश्वर्या,
अगर उसको स्कैम मानते हैं, और अगर नहीं, हमारी पॉइंट एकदम क्लियर है. Our point is very clear. Whosoever has come under suspicion, हमारी तरफ आए किसी भी लीडर पे, neither the case is withdrawn, nor the closure report is filed, and neither CBI has stopped proceeding. Like in so many cases when the disproportionate asset cases came against Mulayam Singh, Mayawati and DMK leaders, the moment they supported the then government in Public Account Committee on the 2G cases, they have withdrawn the charges. CBI has withdrawn the charges within a week. They have diluted the charges and the cases are finished. Anybody can go and check that the disproportionate asset cases have been finalized. This is the difference. But in our case, can you quote a single instance in which the case has been withdrawn, the proceeding has been stopped, or the final closure report has been done? But I want an answer. आपकी नजर में जब स्कैम नहीं होता है तो ये इधर आने से स्कैम कैसे हो जाता? I want a clear-cut stand from the opposition party. Do they consider water as a scam? तो इन्होंने क्या किया?
संजय सिंह आंसर
Do Trinamool Congress consider Sharda as a scam? Then what you have done?
संजय जी जवाब दीजिए।
ऐश्वर्या जी, मुझे तो बड़ी हंसी आ रही है सुधांशु जी की बात को सुनकर। वो गजनी मोड में तो है नहीं, ना ही उनको स्मृति दोष है जैसे गजनी 15 मिनट में चीजों को भूल जाता था। ऐसी किसी बीमारी का शिकार हमारे मित्र सुधांशु जी नहीं है। इनकी मेमोरी बहुत शार्प है। अजीत पवार को भूल गए आप? अजीत पवार के ऊपर के मुकदमे कितनी जल्दी आप लोगों ने निपटाए थे, आप उसको भूल गए? अच्छा छोड़ दीजिए सब, अपोजिशन उस वक्त क्या कह रहा था उसको छोड़ दीजिए। आप तो सही मान रहे थे ना कि हेमंत विश्व शर्मा ने घोटाला किया, मुकुल राय ने घोटाला किया, येदुरप्पा ने घोटाला किया, रेड्डी ब्रदर्स ने घोटाला किया, या आप तो मान रहे थे ना? आपकी नैतिकता कहां मर गई भाई? आपकी नैतिकता कहां मर गई? आपने कितनी बार उनको बुला के पूछताछ किया? आपने कितनी बार ईडी सीबीआई उनके घर पे भेजी? आपने कितनी बार उनके यहां छापेमारी की? आपके एमएलए के बेटे के यहां 8 करोड़ रुपए मिला। कितनी सीबीआई, कितनी ईडी, कितनी जांच एजेंसी उसके पीछे आपने लगाई? तो इसलिए ऐसी बातें जब आप करते हैं तो आप हंसी के पात्र बनते हैं। आप ऐसी बातें ना करें जिसके कारण से आप हंसी के पात्र बने। पूरा देश देख रहा है। और
क्विक रिप्लाई सुधांशु त्रिवेदी, क्विक रिप्लाई।
आपने एक बात कही, आपके लिए क्या कहा जाए? एक सेकंड, नहीं ऐश्वर्या, खत्म कर रहा हूं। यहां तो डकैत मौसेरी
करिए आराम से।
चोर मौसेरी भाई तो एक जुमला आपने बताया। अरे भाई ऐश्वर्या जी देखिए, वो बोल रहे थे, मैं चुपचाप सुनता रहा। ऐसे अगर डिबेट करनी हो तो फिर आप उन्हीं से
बोलिए, आप बोलिए। कोई नहीं बोल रहा है
भी दुरुपयोग, और हम लोग
अरे कोई नहीं, कौन बोल रहा है?
नहीं, मैं बोल तो रहा हूं। मैं कह रहा हूं डकैत मौसेरे भाई, डकैत मौसेरे भाई। एक अडानी है जिसको आपने कोयला दे दिया, गैस दे दिया, बिजली दे दिया, पानी दे दिया, सड़क दे दिया, स्टील दे दिया, सीमेंट दे दिया, सी पोर्ट दे दिया, एयरपोर्ट दे दिया, और उसके भाई ने 6 कंपनी मॉरिशस में एक पते पर खोल के 42,000 करोड़ रुपए का काला धन अपनी कंपनियों में लगाया। कितनी कार्रवाई की आपने? उस अडानी के जहाज से नरेंद्र मोदी जी घूमते हैं। एक डकैत वो जिसको आपने आकाश से पाताल तक सब कुछ दे दिया, और जो उनके साथ घूमते हैं देश के प्रधानमंत्री, उनके लिए उस शब्द का इस्तेमाल नहीं करूंगा, जो उनके जहाज से घूमते हैं। तो अडानी और मोदी जी जो साथ साथ घूमते हैं उनको क्या कहेंगे आप? कौन से भाई भाई की संज्ञा देंगे? जरा बताइए, देश सुनना चाहता है आपसे।
सुधांशु त्रिवेदी इज आंसरिंग नाउ।
अडानी के पोर्ट पर 3,000
सुधांशु त्रिवेदी आंसर टू दैट।
ड्रग्स पकड़ा गया, तालिबान से आया हुआ ड्रग्स, उसको आप 20,000 टन गेहूं दे रहे हैं। तालिबानियों से आपका क्या रिश्ता है बताइए आप?
लेट्स टेक दैट काउंटर संजय जी।
क्या रिश्ता है आपका?
जवाब ले रहे हैं संजय, जवाब दीजिए।
खिला रहे हैं उनको, आटा खिला के मोटा कर रहे हैं क्या? और आतंकवाद फैलाओ।
पहले टेक्निकल आंसर दे देता हूं।
बताइए पूरे देश को, आपकी देशभक्ति यही है। तालिबान को 20,000 टन गेहूं दे रहे हैं।
अरे बताते हैं सर। अरे सर जवाब दे देता हूं। देखिए, पहले टेक्निकल देन इमोशनल। टेक्निकल इशू, all cases of corruption are not always handled by CBI and ED. There is an anti-corruption bureau, that is the Lokayukt, and the vigilance team. If required, the case is referred to CBI. So when the case is referred to CBI, then CBI will take care. आपके भी तो ED का केस कब आज दर्ज हुआ ना? ये विषय तो 1 साल से चल रहा था। Now suddenly started saying कि if the case is seized, then why it is not to CBI? अरे भाई, CBI में जब जरूरत होती, कोर्ट कहता है या गवर्नमेंट भेजती है, तब जाके होता है। जांच हो रही है, ये तो आप ईमानदारी से मानिए। मगर आपके मुंह से एक सेंटेंस निकला, डकैत। ठीक है साहब, बिजनेसमैन तो डकैत हो गया। आपने प्लेटफॉर्म बढ़ा दिया तो मैं और बड़ा कर देता हूं। टेकिंग द क्लू फ्रॉम द लास्ट सेंटेंस ऑफ योर सबमिशन, आतंकवादी। अरे आपके लिए तो आतंकवादी मौसेरे भाई। बटाला हाउस इनकाउंटर के ऊपर आंखों में आंसू सोनिया गांधी के, दिल में दर्द आम आदमी पार्टी के। गजब था ना। चाहे अफजल गुरु का मामला हो या इशरत जहां का मामला हो, या किसी भी आतंकवाद से प्रभावित व्यक्ति का मामला हो, दिल्ली के दंगों में दंगाइयों का मामला हो, दोनों हैं मौसेरे भाई।
ऐश्वर्या जी जवाब दो।
दोनों हैं मौसेरे भाई, हर चीज के ऊपर साथ साथ आके खड़े।
बिल्कुल, hold on,
तो मैं पूछना चाहता हूं, डकैत क्यों? go one step ahead on the issue of terrorism। मैं अगेन आई वुड लाइक टू रीट्रेट ऐश्वर्या जी, ये सब वो पार्टियां हैं जिनके लिए हाफिज में साहब दिखता है, ओसामा में जी दिखता है, इशरत में बेटी दिखती है, बुरहान वानी में भटका नौजवान दिखता है, अफजल में हालात का मारा दिखता है, याकूब मेनन में जुडिशियल किलिंग दिखती है, जाकिर नायक में शांति का मसीहा दिखता है, और भारत के सेना अध्यक्ष में सड़क छाप गुंडा दिखता है। सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक के सबूत में दोनों हैं मौसेरे भाई। जिस समय बालाकोट स्ट्राइक हो तो एयरफोर्स से सबूत पूछने में दोनों हैं मौसेरे भाई। जब नाउ आई वुड लाइक टू आस्क, इसको और हाई करिए, आतंकवाद पे आने पे तो सब पूरी कलई खुल जाती है। इसलिए फ्रॉम करप्शन टू टेररिज्म, अगेन आई वुड लाइक टू से द बर्ड्स ऑफ सेम फेदर फ्लॉक टुगेदर।
सीरियस एलिगेशन संजय से, सीरियस एलिगेशन बैक एट यू
ऐश्वर्या।
संजय जी,
ऐश्वर्या जी,
coming Mr. Reddy after this, right after this coming.
ऐश्वर्या जी,
coming to you Mr. Reddy after that. Sanjay Singh first, yeah. Sanjay ji, yeah. Mr. Reddy, I'll come to you, please relax.
ऐश्वर्या जी, मैं ये पूछना चाहता हूँ,
बोलिए।
ऐश्वर्या जी, मैं ये पूछना चाहता हूं, अभी इन्होंने नाम लिया अफजल गुरु का। अफजल गुरु को शहीद मानने वाली इनकी मोहबोली बहन, भूल गए नाम आप, पीडीपी, उस पीडीपी के साथ इन्होंने मिलकर सरकार बनाई।
मुस्कुरा रहे हैं,
भारत के प्रधानमंत्री को याद है, नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने पूरे देश का शर्म से, सुन तो लीजिए, पूरे देश का सर शर्म से झुका दिया। नवाज शरीफ के बर्थडे का केक बिना बुलाए काटने चले गए। ये लोग देशभक्ति की बात करेंगे, जिन्होंने पठानकोट में हमारे शहीदों की जांच देश में आतंकवाद फैलाने वाली आईएसआई से करवाई। ये लोग देशभक्ति की बात करेंगे, जिन्होंने 52 साल तक भारत का तिरंगा झंडा नहीं फहराया। ये लोग देशभक्ति की बात करेंगे, जो लोग देश के अंदर आज तालिबानियों को मदद करने का काम कर रहे हैं। ओसामा के चेलों को आप 20,000 टन गेहूं बेच रहे हैं और कह रहे हैं ओसामा ओसामा। अरे ओसामा के तो सबसे बड़े समर्थक आपकी पार्टी के लोग हैं। 20,000 टन गेहूं जा रहा है, सैकड़ों करोड़ रुपए का बजट हिंदुस्तान में जब बजट पेश होता है तो तालिबान के लिए रखा जाता है। आप सोचिए, भारत का बजट आता है, किसान दुखी, नौजवान दुखी, माताएं बहनें दुखी, व्यापारी दुखी, खुश कौन हो रहा है? तालिबान खुश हो रहा है इनसे। आप देशभक्ति की बात कर रहे हैं, आप आतंकवाद। अरे भाई, आतंकवाद फैलाने का जो सबसे बड़ा गढ़ है उसको मजबूत कर रहे हैं आप सवाल उठाते हैं। अफजल गुरु का नाम आप ले रहे हैं। अफजल गुरु को जो शहीद मानती है पीडीपी, उस पार्टी के साथ आप समझौता करते हैं और आप कह रहे हैं कि
सुधांशु त्रिवेदी,
आप बोलेंगे।
सुधांशु त्रिवेदी is replying back, and then Mr. Reddy, coming to you, Mr. Reddy, don't be disappointed. Mr. Reddy, right after Sudanshu Trivedi's answer. Sudanshu ji, answer to that.
First, I would like to give a serious technical answer. Suniye, Aishwarya ji, I will first like to give a serious technical answer, then I will give a political answer, which the Sanjay ji was saying. On the issue of joining hands with Mehbooba Mufti, I would like to say yes. We have several times taken a stand against parties with parties which we are having a diametrically opposite ideology to us in the interest of the country. आपको ऐड कर देता हूं. We have joined hands with बहुजन समाज पार्टी in Uttar Pradesh. We have joined hand at one point of time with DMK in Tamil Nadu, even with JDS in Karnataka several times. Even with TDP in Andhra, despite having such a diverse ideology, but we never aspired for making our chief minister. But आपने कहा ना, अफजल को शहीद मानने वाली महबूब, अरे उनकी तो गवर्नमेंट ही शहीद कर दी साहब, उनके अरमान शहीद कर दिए। महबूबा की पार्टी का तो फालूदा बन गया। अब आइए, आप जो कह रहे हैं नवाज शरीफ क्या केक काटने, अरे पूरे पाकिस्तान का केक काट दिया जनाब। पाकिस्तान की नेशनल असेंबली में स्टेटमेंट नहीं याद है पाकिस्तान के मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट का, कि वो क्या कहता है कि फॉरेन मिनिस्टर का नाम लेके कि शाह महमूद कुरैशी साहब आए और आर्मी चीफ खड़े थे, आर्मी चीफ के पांव कांप रहे थे। उन्होंने कहा खुदा का वास्ता है अभिनंदन को वापस कर दो वरना रात 9 बजे तक इंडिया अटैक कर देगा। दिस इज अ स्टेटमेंट ऑफ पाकिस्तान मिनिस्टर इन द पाकिस्तान पार्लियामेंट, दैट इज नेशनल असेंबली। ये तो 1971 में भी कभी नहीं हुआ। अरे हमने कितना केक काट दिया, आपको आइडिया ही नहीं है जनाब। हमारे द्वारा जो हमने जिस ढंग से आतंकवाद के साथ डील किया है, बट अफसोस आप तो वो पार्टी हैं जिसके सभासद ताहिर हुसैन के छत के ऊपर हथियारों का जखीरा मिलता है। दिल्ली के
और जिन्ना की कब्र पे कौन गया था वो भी बता दीजिए।
अमानतुल्लाह खां 72,000 से जीते।
ऐश्वर्या
साहब,
अरे भैया जिन्ना की कब्र पर कौन गया था? आईएसआई को
कमिंग मिस्टर रेड्डी, होल्ड ऑन 10 more seconds
डिविएटिंग फ्रॉम द टॉपिक। ऐश्वर्या
देखिए,
ऐश्वर्या
okay Mr. Reddy Rahul Sridhar Reddy of the BRS
Sudhanshu,
yeah
see, you have to give me enough
Ask
time
Mr. Reddy.
uninterrupted. Once again, Sudhanshu Trivedi ji was saying
45 seconds
Mr. Sudhanshu
uninterrupted,
Trivedi
carry
was
on.
saying birds of same feathers flock together.
Yeah.
No. They have been given more time. Please allow me to speak. Mr. Sudhanshu Trivedi was saying again, birds of same feathers flock together. Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao, Sudhanshu Trivedi ji colleague है और spokesperson भी है. He was, saying TDP MPs,
also a member of parliament,
CM Ramesh are Andhra Malyas. Listen. Also member of parliament. And they have done massive financial scandals. They are Andhra Malyas. And Chowdhury defrauded banks for rupees 5,000 crores. And CM Ramesh evaded hundreds of crores in taxes. Now look at the birds of same feathers. A prime minister who has collected crores of rupees in the name of PM cares doesn't want to answer the nation where the money has gone, and RTA doesn't apply to it, and birds of the same feathers, and Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao flocking together with the same birds today in the Rajya Sabha. Have you ever seen, Aishwarya, these two MPs are questioned anywhere? Did CBI, ED, IT, मेरे ख्याल से जितना मेरे को नॉलेज है, शेल कंपनीज लगाना, IT टैक्सेस इवेड करना और बैंक को डिफराड करना, ये तीनों में से जो एक है सीबीआई और ईडी और आईटी में टेक्निकली सुधांशु जी बोल सकते हैं व्हाट इज टेक्निकली राइट, बट वन ऑफ द थ्री कंपनीज, थ्री प्रोब एजेंसीज कैन बुक ऑन देम. डिड यू एवर सी देम? जो इमेजिनरी लॉस है, यू आर टुडे सीबीआई और ईडी claiming imaginary loss of I don't know what is the number. They are someday they say 2,000. Listen. Someday 10,000. And an imaginary loss. You book a case on Sisodia ji or Satyendra Jain, put them in jail, and these birds of same feathers roaming free on luxury cars. I also want to show them what kind of luxury cars they have bought. They have bought.
Quick.
These are the luxury cars bought by Mr. Ramesh and Chowdhury, as said by ED, which they evaded tax through shell companies. And यही कारों में जाते हैं birds of same feathers to PMO और हमारे
Sudhanshu Trivedi,
गृह मंत्री जी उनके साथ इतना अच्छा
your dialogue being used against you.
मैं पूछना चाहता हूं,
Sudhanshu Trivedi is answering.
Sudhanshu Trivedi
is also showing the picture with Defense Minister Rajnath Singh. Sudhanshu Trivedi is answering to you, Mr. Reddy. Sudhanshu Trivedi is answering to you. Yeah.
1 minute.
Sudhanshu Trivedi is answering to you.
1 minute.
What will Aishwarya do? Let him answer.
1 minute, please. 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Okay, 30 seconds.
30 seconds, Aishwarya. I want one more question.
Okay. Carry on.
Technically, emotionally, Sudhanshu Trivedi can answer. The farmers were killed by the son of this country's Union Minister of State for Home, and nobody questioned, nobody has been booked, and uske baad kuch nahi hua hai. What is the moral high ground you are talking about?
The son is in the jail.
Mr. Reddy. ये जो कंपनी है,
the son was jailed.
जो कंपनी है,
Sudhanshu is answering. Sudhanshu Trivedi.
That is why we say.
Sudhanshu Trivedi is answering. Thank you, Mr. Reddy. Thank you. Answer to your question, Mr. Reddy. Thank you. Now,
Hypocrisy.
Sudhanshu.
Heights of
Sudhanshu Trivedi is answering to you, Mr. Reddy. Thank you. I don't want to lower anyone's fader. Thank you. Yeah.
I am coming to that. On the issue of, that's why I want to clarify again. I have already said, I think Mr. Reddy was unable to understand that if there is an allegation on any politician, whether he is in our party or outside, the proceeding is going on. If your suspicion is कि आपने देखा नहीं कभी एजेंसीज को बुलाकर पूछताछ करते हुए। तो मैं पूछना चाहता हूं, पिछले कुछ सालों से आपने रॉबर्ट वडेरा को देखा है क्या पूछताछ करते हुए? तो मतलब क्या रॉबर्ट वडेरा को हम मदद कर रहे हैं क्या? सर, देयर इज ए एस्टैब्लिश्ड प्रोसीजर and after completing a certain procedure, agencies goes to the next step. Like in case of Manish Sisodia, it's around after 1 year the agencies have gone a step ahead. So in the same manner, the proceeding is going on. If some substantive thing comes, definitely there will be an action. But sir, I would like to further elaborate. What is the birds of same feather flock together? You know, अरे आप तो वो पार्टी हैं जिसने अकबरुद्दीन ओवैसी के वो घटिया बयान, जो वीडियो अवेलेबल है, क्या क्या गंदी गंदी गालियां नहीं दी उसने हिंदू देवी देवताओं के, and he has got clean chit by the court because the pleader was the Telangana government in the court against him. तेलंगाना गवर्नमेंट ने क्या प्लीडिंग की होगी, वो वीडियो देख लीजिए. इट वाज नॉट कंसीडर्ड एज ए हेट स्पीच, क्योंकि वकील सरकार का ऐसी दलील दे रहा होगा कि वो पूरी तरीके से क्लीन चिट हो गया. ओवैसी के खिलाफ हम लोगों ने हैदराबाद में, सर प्लीज अपने
They are a party of 7 seats in our state.
रिटर्न पे
Mr. Reddy, please don't do this. Mr. Reddy, one by one. Thank you. I'll come back to you. Let Sudhanshu ji finish, then I'll come back to you. Yeah.
In Hyderabad municipal corporation election, sir, in Hyderabad municipal corporation election, we given a tough fight to Owaisi brothers, and for the first time we have got such a number of sizable seats there. On the other hand, their party was having hand in gloves with them, and that's why after giving such a dastardly statement he got a clean chit. That's why I am saying, sir, birds of same feather flock together, from corruption to terrorism,
Not at all. Aishwarya,
from corruption to criminalization,
the country.
from corruption to casteism, and also to the family fiefdom, and all the vices of politics, crime, communal corruption, casteism, terrorism, and family fiefdom. Birds of same feather flock together.
संजय सिंह, संजय सिंह of the Aam Aadmi
answer
Party.
this.
संजय जी, क्या आपको सचमुच, Mr. Reddy, I'll come back to you. Hold on. Mr. Reddy, I'll come back to you one on one. Can I have Sudhanshu Trivedi and Sanjay Singh? Mr. Reddy, I'll come back to you. Sanjay Singh. Yeah, my question is to Sanjay Singh. Sanjay Singh जी, ED ने आज क्वेश्चन किया तिहाड़ जेल में मनीष सिसोदिया को, उसके बाद अरेस्ट किया. सीबीआई कोर्ट ने एक बार नहीं 2 बार रिमांड बढ़ाई. दे इंक्रीज एंड द रिमांड डेज ऑफ मनीष सिसोदिया. द कोर्ट्स, नॉट द एजेंसीज. एंड यू आर स्टिल कॉलिंग इट एज अ पॉलिटिकल वेंडेटा. ये आपके लिए कंफर्टेबल है कहना, आपको सूट करता है? या आम आदमी पार्टी या संजय सिंह, सीरियसली यू स्टिल बिलीव, आप इस पे बिल्कुल दृढ़ खड़े हैं कि कुछ गलत नहीं हुआ? आप तो फ्री बिजली की बात करके आए थे संजय जी, ये फ्री बिजली से फ्री दारू कैसे हो गया? लोग तो यही समझ रहे हैं अभी तक. संजय सिंह जी जवाब दे रहे हैं.
हाँ जी बिल्कुल. देखिए, मनीष सिसोदिया पे बहुत ही गंभीर मामला है. गुजरात में जो 100 लोग जहरीली शराब पी के मर गए, उसी मामले में जांच हो रही है. शायद 150 लोग जो अलीगढ़ में जहरीली शराब पी के मर गए, उस मामले में जांच हो रही है. या व्यापम घोटाले में हो रही है, या रेड्डी ब्रदर्स के माइनिंग घोटाले में हो रही है, या येदुरप्पा के माइनिंग घोटाले में हो रही है, या वाटर स्कैम में हो रही है, या मुकुल राय के स्कैम में, शारदा स्कैम में हो रही है. किस स्कैम में हो रही है घोटाले की जांच? क्या घोटाला निकला है, क्या भ्रष्टाचार निकला है, आप मुझे बताइए ना. अभी तो मैंने उदाहरण दिया ताजा ताजा. ये कह रहे ये एजेंसी वहां जाएगी, वो एजेंसी वहां जाएगी. अरे भाई, आपकी सीबीआई, आपकी ईडी आंख पे पट्टी बांधे बैठी हुई है क्या? 42,000 करोड़ रुपए एक ही पते पे 6 कंपनी बनाकर अडानी की कंपनी में लगाया गया. वो काला धन है, आतंकवादियों का है, तालिबानियों का है, पाकिस्तानियों का है. कैसे पता चलेगा? कौन सी जांच आपने उसके खिलाफ कराई? 42,000 करोड़ रुपए का घोटाला डीएचएफएल ने किया. 29 करोड़ रुपए डीएचएफएल ने बीजेपी को चंदा दिया है. आपने कौन सी जांच उसके खिलाफ कराई? क्या उसके खिलाफ कार्रवाई हुई? विजय माल्या 9,000 करोड़ लेके भाग जाता है, ललित मोदी 3,000 करोड़ लेके भाग जाता है, नीरव मोदी 22,000 करोड़ लेके भाग जाता है, मेहुल चौकसी हजारों करोड़ लेके भाग जाता है, 6,000 करोड़ नितिन संदेशरा लेके भाग जाता है, 11 लाख करोड़ रुपए आप पूंजीपतियों का राइट ऑफ करते हैं. आप कह रहे घोटाला हो गया, घोटाला हो गया. 1 रुपए कहीं से कोई बरामदगी नहीं हुई. सीबीआई पूरी जांच कर ले रही है, कंप्लीट कर ले रही है, उसके बाद ईडी को लगा अरे भाई ये तो निकल जाएगा। कैसे निकल जाएगा? मोदी जी ने डांट लगाई होगी ऊपर से कि भाई ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए, जेल में ही रखो, ये तो अच्छी शिक्षा देता है। बताइए, भारतीय जनता पार्टी 2% शिक्षा का बजट रखती है, स्वास्थ्य का बजट 2% रखती है, तालिबानियों को सैकड़ों करोड़ रुपए बजट से देती है, 20,000 टन गेहूं तालिबान पहुंचाती है, जो हमारे देश में 20,000 करोड़ का ड्रग्स बेचता है उसको 20,000 टन गेहूं पहुंचा रही है। और जांच किसकी होगी? मनीष सिसोदिया की। जेल में कौन रहेंगे? मनीष सिसोदिया। जेल में कौन रहेंगे?
सुधांशु त्रिवेदी।
तो क्या आप इतना भोला बालक समझ रहे हैं क्या? आप बीजेपी को इतना भोला बालक समझ रहे हैं क्या? जैसे वो बता रहे हैं अरे साहब हमने जांच क्लोज नहीं की। अरे जांच क्लोज नहीं की तो कितनों को सजा की? बताइए आप, कितने पे कार्रवाई की? हेमंत बिस्व शर्मा पे जब कांग्रेस की सरकार थी तब आपने आरोप लगाया था, बुकलेट जारी किया था।
BRS and the आम आदमी पार्टी।
इतने 8 सालों में आपने क्या कार्रवाई की?
संजय जी फाइनल आंसर।
कितने लोगों को जेल भेजा आपने? जांच क्लोज नहीं की, बहुत तेजी से जांच चला रहे हैं। कितने लोगों को आपने जेल में भेजा? बताइए ना आप।
Aishwarya ji,
okay. Sudhanshu Trivedi, final 45 seconds. Yeah.
Go digitally back to your debate. Our opponents and Sanjay Singh ji are repeating the same sentences in their subsequent statements. But I would like to give separate. मैं भी पूछना चाहता हूं भाई, भारत का एक शिक्षा मंत्री बताइए, अगर आप शराब मंत्री को शिक्षा मंत्री कहना चाहते हैं, 2-2 की आप बात कर रहे थे ना, ये एक बोतल के बदले 2 बोतल देने का, एक बोतल फ्री देने का कौन सा काम है भाई? नेम ए सिंगल स्टेट इन द कंट्री, एक पौवे पे एक पौवा फ्री। यह कौन सा शिक्षा मंत्री ने दिया है? यह आपके शिक्षा मंत्री ने दिया है, क्योंकि आप शिक्षा मंत्री कहना चाह रहे हैं ना, एक बोतल पे एक बोतल फ्री। और एज कम कर दी थी, वो तो पॉलिसी विड्रॉ हो गई तो इसलिए नहीं हो पाया। बढ़ा दिए थे ठेके, वही पॉलिसी विड्रॉ हो गई, इसलिए नहीं हो पाया। वरना जिस ढंग से दारू का दरिया बहाया, अरे आप कह रहे हैं इलीगल शराब में जो लोग मारे गए वो दुखद है, उस पर जांच हो रही। आप तो लीगली शराब में डुबोए दे रहे थे दिल्ली की युवा पीढ़ी को ऊपर, और उसके बाद आकर आप ये एलिगेशन लगाते हैं और फिर ये कहते हैं कि साहब कुछ साबित नहीं हुआ है। अरे मैं भी कह रहा हूं साहब, साबित होगा तो कार्रवाई होगी। बट आई वांट एन आंसर कि शराब के ऊपर आरोप लगने के बाद महात्मा गांधी की समाधि पे जाके नाटक करते हैं, भगत सिंह जी का फोटो लगा के, भगत सिंह जी का परिवार आपत्ति कर देता है तो वो विड्रॉ करना पड़ता है गांधी जी की समाधि पे जाकर, जिनका कि
Sudhanshu Trivedi, I can only say one thing. What Rahul Gandhi couldn't do, the ED and the CBI's action against corruption has. Sanjay Singh, 5 seconds if you want to say something. 5 seconds and I have to end it. Sanjay Singh.
जिस विचारधारा ने गांधी की हत्या की, वो अपने मुंह से गांधी का नाम ले रहे हैं। बताइए आप।
Okay, on that, the fight continues. It's BJP versus all. That's the time I have on the debate tonight. On the other side. Okay, Sanjay Singh. That's the time I have. On the other side of the debate, my colleague Abhishek. And don't worry, Arnab's going to be back soon. Arnab Goswami is going to be back soon. Very soon. Thank you very much.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 10 years. With top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
A serving soldier of the Indian Army has been murdered by a politician and the Latvian media is quiet about it. Not emphatically, not vocally, not till Republic named and shamed them about their silence over Lance Naik Prabhu's death. Look at this man. He's the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, and as our reporter runs after him to ask him to say one thing, he says not one word. He just keeps running away from the Republic reporters.
All the 9 of the accused have been taken to custody. The primary accused, Chinnasamy, had been picked up by the CID and handed over to the Tamil Nadu cops.
कहीं ना कहीं मार्शल आर्ट्स लड़ाई झगड़े खून खराबे से ज्यादा आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट हार्मनी ऑल्सो।
सर इट्स अ पर्सनैलिटी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम।
पूरा मार्शल आर्ट्स
बिल्कुल
जी।
आपकी फौज में भी यही है, डिसिप्लिन, माइंड, बॉडी एंड स्पिरिट इज इन कमांड ऑफ यू। आपके पास गन है बट आप किसी सिविलियन को गुस्सा आते गोली तो नहीं मार देते ना। यू हैव टू कंट्रोल दैट कंट्रोल कम्स फ्रॉम द माइंड एंड फ्रॉम द ट्रेनिंग, सो दैट जो आर्मी में हम बोलते हैं फोर्स कंटिन्यूम, किस फोर्स पे कितना फोर्स देना है, ये मेंटल कंट्रोल ट्रेनिंग से आता है, करेक्ट ट्रेनिंग से।
आप इंडिया आते हैं एंड देन यू स्टार्ट स्पेशल फोर्सेस, एनएसजी, गरुड़, मार्कोस। किस तरीके से ये सफर शुरू हुआ स्पेशल फोर्सेस को ट्रेन करने?
कर्नल साहब, तो ही वाज एट दैट टाइम CEO ऑफ KCR, और पहली अपॉर्चुनिटी उन्होंने मुझे दी।
अच्छा।
टू ट्रेन हिज रेजिमेंट, एंड ही आस्क्ड मी कि आप इनको नाइफ टू नाइफ कॉम्बैट में खुकरी ट्रेन करो। जब मैंने ADG इन्फेंट्री के सामने वो डेमो दिया और उनको वो बहुत अलग लिखा, एज लॉन्ग एज आवर सोल्जर्स आर सेफ, दे गेट द बेस्ट, आई हैव नो प्रॉब्लम।
Soldier of the Indian Army has been murdered by a politician, and the Latvian media is quiet about it. Not emphatically, not vocally, not till Republic named and shamed them about their silence over Lance Naik Prabhu's death. Look at this man. He's the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, and as our reporter runs after him to ask him to say one thing, he says not one word. He just keeps running away from the Republic reporters.
All the 9 of the accused have been taken to custody. The primary accused, Chinnasamy, had been picked up by the CID and handed over to the Tamil Nadu cops.
Because they are power in the central government as well, they are utilizing the central agencies to take over the rights of the states and to shield their own people.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 10 years, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
कहीं ना कहीं मार्शल आर्ट्स लड़ाई झगड़े खून खराबे से ज्यादा आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट हार्मनी ऑल्सो।
सर इट्स अ पर्सनैलिटी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम।
पूरा मार्शल आर्ट्स
बिल्कुल
जी।
आपकी फौज में भी यही है, डिसिप्लिन, माइंड, बॉडी एंड स्पिरिट इज इन कमांड ऑफ यू। आपके पास गन है बट आप किसी सिविलियन को गुस्सा आते गोली तो नहीं मार देते ना। यू हैव टू कंट्रोल दैट कंट्रोल कम्स फ्रॉम द माइंड एंड फ्रॉम द ट्रेनिंग, सो दैट जो आर्मी में हम बोलते हैं फोर्स कंटिन्यूम, किस फोर्स पे कितना फोर्स देना है, ये मेंटल कंट्रोल ट्रेनिंग से आता है, करेक्ट ट्रेनिंग से।
आप इंडिया आते हैं एंड देन यू स्टार्ट स्पेशल फोर्सेस, एनएसजी, गरुड़, मार्कोस। किस तरीके से ये सफर शुरू हुआ स्पेशल फोर्सेस को ट्रेन करने?
कर्नल साहब, तो ही वाज एट दैट टाइम CEO ऑफ KCR, और पहली अपॉर्चुनिटी उन्होंने मुझे दी।
अच्छा।
टू ट्रेन हिज रेजिमेंट, एंड ही आस्क्ड मी कि आप इनको नाइफ टू नाइफ कॉम्बैट में खुकरी ट्रेन करो। जब मैंने ADG इन्फेंट्री के सामने वो डेमो दिया और उनको वो बहुत अलग लिखा, एज लॉन्ग एज आवर सोल्जर्स आर सेफ, दे गेट द बेस्ट, आई हैव नो प्रॉब्लम।
Soldier of the Indian Army has been murdered by a politician, and the Latvian media is quiet about it. Not emphatically, not vocally, not till Republic named and shamed them about their silence over Lance Naik Prabhu's death. Look at this man. He's the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, and as our reporter runs after him to ask him to say one thing, he says not one word. He just keeps running away from the Republic reporters.
All the 9 of the accused have been taken to custody. The primary accused, Chinnasamy, had been picked up by the CID and handed over to the Tamil Nadu cops.
कहीं ना कहीं
From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for the debate.
The debate at 10, powered by Century ProWood and Panasonic, co-powered by Tata Motors.
Welcome back and very good evening, friends. Of late, of the last few days, in fact, we have been getting some discomforting pictures coming out of Rajasthan. Veer Naris, wives of Pulwama martyrs, protesting and being manhandled by police when they have been protesting because their demands, very legitimate demands, have not been met. They agreed to send their family members to sacrifice their lives for this great land. But instead of being honored, the Vadra Congress government of Rajasthan, led by Ashok Gehlot, is manhandling them, ignoring them and insulting them. In the last 11 days that those protests have been going on in Jaipur, very close to Chief Minister's residence, the Chief Minister has had no time for them. He has travelled to Mumbai, he has travelled to Delhi for politics, he has even found time and travelled to Pali to be with the victims of some cow vigilantes, but no time for these Veer Naris. Tonight, the Vadra Congress must answer. But first, take a look at this report of these protests that have been going on in Jaipur, and then we come back to discuss.
These brave hearts were martyred in the Pulwama terror attack. Now their widowed wives have been compelled to sit and protest for a 10th day. They have been manhandled by the cops in Rajasthan.
ऐसे बर्ताव क्यों कर रहे हैं हमारे साथ? सम्मान तो दूर की बात है, पर हमारे साथ इतना बुरा अत्याचार क्यों हो रहा है? और आप ऐसे चाहते हो तो आपके सामने हम खड़ा हो जाते हैं और सामने से गोली मार दो, हम तैयार हैं, पीछे नहीं हटेंगे। 4 दिन पहले भी ऐसा बर्ताव किया था पुलिस वाले ने, और आज भी मेरे साथ इतना अत्याचार किया है। जगह जगह तो उस कर्मचारियों ने मेरी हालत खराब कर दी। हम नहीं सर कर पाएंगे।
These Veer Naris have been driven to tears.
हमें मुख्यमंत्री जी से मिलना था, तो इनकी स्थिति चलती है तो हमारे घर यहाँ बुलवा दो, जाने नहीं दे रहे तो यहाँ बुलवा दो ना, इनकी चल रही है तो बुला दो, यहाँ बुला दो, चल रही है तो यहाँ बुलवा दो।
The Chief Minister of Rajasthan is yet to utter a word.
आप सबको पता है 10 दिन से ये यहाँ पर है, 5 दिन सिविल लाइन 5 दिन सिविल लाइन में हो गए। जनता के टैक्स से जो बंगलों में मंत्री मुख्यमंत्री बैठे हैं, उनसे देश की वीरांगनाएं मिल नहीं सकती। मुख्यमंत्री जी से मिल के जाना चाहती हैं। मुख्यमंत्री जी बार बार कहने के बाद भी बुला नहीं रहे।
The Vadra Congress has repeatedly insulted the Pulwama martyrs.
Kashmir is a state which is insurgency prone, right? There's a lot of violence. There's been quite a lot of violence for many years. In fact, that picture there is me putting flowers on the spot where almost 40 soldiers were killed by a car bomb.
पुलवामा की घटना हुई, 40 से ज्यादा हमारे सीआरपीएफ के लोग मारे गए। उस घटना की जानकारी न संसद में उन्होंने पेश की, न जनता के सामने रखी। सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक की बात करते हैं कि हमने इतने लोग मार गिराए, लेकिन प्रमाण कुछ नहीं।
Now, the Vadra Congress has hit a new low. Let's debate.
Those were clearly painful pictures of these women who have lost their loved ones, their near and dear ones, their husbands, and are now pleading with the government so that the government can keep the word, keep its word, and, meet the promises that were kept, that were made. Joining me to discuss this, Sunil Bhargav, spokesperson of the Rajasthan BJP, live from Jaipur. Ramesh Sabarwal, member AICC, live from Delhi. He would be obviously defending his government there. Kapil Madan, advocate and political analyst, live from Delhi to give us the view again of the Congress party. And Captain Akhilesh Saxena, retired Kargil war veteran, artillery officer with 2 Rajputana rifles. He led troops in physical attacks too and got injured. And also joining us, Major G.D. Bakshi. And if I could begin with you, sir. These pictures coming in from Rajasthan, from Jaipur for the last few days are painful to say the least. Your thoughts, sir? General Bakshi, are you getting me, sir?
Can you hear me?
I think we lost the audio there with General Bakshi. If I could go to Captain Akhilesh Saxena. Captain Saab, welcome to this debate, and your thoughts on the painful pictures we are getting. I would want to go to General Bakshi as well, but let's begin with you, sir. Your thoughts on these painful pictures coming in of Veer Naris being insulted in this manner by the Rajasthan establishment.
Thank you very much, and Jai Hind. So before I start, I just want to give one message to everyone. Every Indian, every politician, you may be chief minister, you may be deputy chief minister, or you may be any dignitary in this country. But first thing you need to realize that you hold this portfolio, you hold this position because you are a part of an independent nation. You are free. You have got choice of freedom. But do you think this freedom is free? No, sorry. You need to realize that this freedom is not free. Somebody has paid the price to give us this freedom 73 years before. Many of these freedom fighters has given their life. And today also, somebody is giving his life, somebody is giving his blood on the border of Galwan, Pakistan borders, China border, just to keep this freedom. So please don't think that this freedom is free. You are enjoying the fruit of this freedom because you take it for granted. But you will only realize that all your portfolio, your appointment is just because you have got right to freedom. And more important thing, who is a soldier? A soldier is someone who loves his family, loves his wife, loves his children. But for the sake of country, for keeping the freedom alive, he is ready to make his own wife a widow, his own children orphan. He knows if he will die, his family will struggle. What is happening today? But still he is going ahead and still make that supreme sacrifice for the country. So this is what a soldier does. But what do we do as a country?
Yes, sir.
Are we a country which our army,
yes, sir,
which our martyrs are proud of? No. That's the thing. That's the main thing. A nation, a strong nation, is being judged by the character. How do they treat their martyrs, the Veer Naris, the disabled soldier? Because if you do not respect them, today your next generation is looking at you. And then they are not going to join army, right? We cannot be a strong nation if we do not have a strong force. Right? So the behavior,
that's a real sentiment, you know, as that famous number says, kar chale hum fida jano tan sathiyo, ab tumhare hawale watan sathiyo. The fact of the matter is, some brave souls made that supreme sacrifice with that fond hope that at least after they are gone, in the service of the nation would be taking care of their loved ones, their near and dear ones. Let me on that note get General Bakshi before I open the debate and get in some responses and get political responses. In fact, General Bakshi, sir, the kind of pictures we are getting of these Veer Naris being manhandled, the police misbehaving with them, the Chief Minister not meeting them, the Minister saying something, the Chief Minister saying something else. This is really unbecoming. And these Veer Naris do not deserve that, sir.
This is outrageous. I am shocked. I am at a loss for words. I mean, you know, Samuel Huntington, who's supposed to be the foremost expert on civil-military relations, had talked of a covenant between the civil society and the military. As per this covenant, the civil society tells the soldier, go wherever you are sent, boy, by land, sea or air. Lay down your life if you have to. Lose your arms and legs, your eyes if you have to. But you fight. And when you fight, don't look over your shoulder. Don't worry. We will take care of your family. We will take care of your loved ones. Like this? Is this what you are telling your soldiers? You go and your wife and children will be on the roads, that they will be beaten, they will be maltreated, they will be misbehaved with, and you know, like a high and mighty God on Mount Olympus, the Chief Minister has not been able to find time to meet these distressed ladies, hear them out. I mean, I don't know what this country is coming to. And let me tell you, a country that forgets to respect its martyrs will cease to be a nation before long. Because these are where the roots of a nation lie, where the roots of a nation are strengthened.
Yes, sir.
In the attitude towards those who fight and die for that country. Those who you know, nurture the soil with their blood. Is this the way they are going to be treated? Is this the way their families will be insulted? Insulted is the word. And you know, we had such an outrage when that incident happened in Tamil Nadu.
And
it was followed by,
the nation is watching,
you know, worst incidents in Bihar and now in Rajasthan. It is
absolutely, sir. In fact,
it is unacceptable.
In fact, we need to hold the establishment to account there in Rajasthan, sir. Let me take this question to the Congress party representative. We have Ramesh Sabarwal. Mr. Sabarwal, you heard the sentiment of the veterans, of General Bakshi, a much respected name, and of course, Captain Saxena. You think your government, your Chief Minister, has done the best in the last 11 days, not meeting the Veer Naris? Mr. Sabarwal?
You are right. The army, the captain and the general, what they are saying, we appreciate what they are saying, and we say, that's why the Mr. Sachin Pilot.
What are you doing? You appreciate, but you don't do anything.
The Veer Naris. No. That's what I'm explaining you. The two ministers, they went and met them at Dharna place. Mr. Sachin Pilot also.
Did they do some favor by going there and meeting them? Was that some favor?
No. We have not done any favor. We lost 40 soldiers in this attack, And there are 16 to 17 states where the people belong, UP, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, like this, the 17 states of India or 16 states. And we decided...
But these protests are happening in only Rajasthan, sir.
With the chief ministers should make up... I'm coming up, please.
These protests are happening only in Rajasthan and your chief minister has no time to meet them. This is whataboutery. This is an insult to the memory of those brave soldiers.
No.
You are saying Ashok Gehlot is a seasoned politician.
Never.
For God's sake, how does that matter?
No. I'm saying, no. You're not allowing me to speak. What should I do? You please tell me one thing. I'm coming to your expectations, We condemn the police action. We decided that we will give them a compensation, financially help them. We decided that the roads or
you condemn the police action?
Certain places we will put the statues and the names.
Is that some kind of homily?
I condemn. Well, full, my heart is also crying, like you. My submission is that
for God's sake,
promise them that we'll give a job to them.
For God's sake, you're condemning the police action. It's your government there. The police action should not have happened in the first place.
No, that's why I'm requesting you that there are certain political interests who are misleading them. And
I'm sorry, but you are not. It can't be that calm a conversation. I'm really sorry. Kapil Madan. Kapil Madan, you are not going to defend this. We can't have this calm, reasoned conversation on something as serious as police misbehaving with Veer Naris, Kapil Madan.
We should.
So yes, Abhishek. Now allow me to make my point.
What I'm saying to you,
Abhishek, allow me to make my point. Now,
I hope you are not going to be reasonable just for the sake of it, just for defending the chief minister of Rajasthan.
Why they are sitting? Why the Rajasthan? Why our Naris? Why the martyrs' wives? They are sitting in Rajasthan only.
Now,
Kapil, go ahead.
So for
Abhishek, I heard patiently to
what
Mr.
Sabharwal,
was saying.
I can't allow this. Mr. Sabharwal, we can't have this very placid, easy conversation on something as disgusting as what has happened to Veer Naris in Rajasthan. Let Kapil.
Abhishek, yes. Abhishek, I want to make some important point. Now allow me.
But then not defending the police action.
No,
I hope you're not defending the police action.
No, I will not defend. No, I will not defend. I will make some, important.
I'm not defending at all.
अरे Sabharwal ji मेरे से सवाल पूछ रहे हैं वो. Just allow me to make my point. Now I heard, patiently, to what General Bakshi was saying, and I would like to start by saying we are all proud of, the courage and the valor of our army, and the army historically and traditionally has kept away from making any comments on the, politics of the country. And having said that, I would just like to remind and inform your viewers two statements made by Honorable Prime Minister. One, where he categorically makes a statement and says our army is weak in 2013. Two, our Honorable Prime Minister makes a statement that our army feeds the terrorists biryani and, lead them. So this is the kind of, statement that have come from Honorable Prime Minister in the past. And I would not, for a minute defend any kind of misbehavior to the widows of the martyred of the Pulwama. Now, if we really want to give justice to the martyrs of Pulwama, should we not ask question, what have you done to the trial of the case, and under what circumstances such kind of explosive could enter in our country? Now you have
Kapil
a situation where a person.
Kapil Madan, No.
I am making an important point. Abhishek, don't interrupt. No, don't interrupt.
No,
I am
Kapil, this can't be allowed.
Justice for Pulwama martyrs. No, I am sorry, Abhishek. I am talking about justice for Pulwama martyrs, and allow me to make my statement. And then
but
you can
misbehaving with the Veer Naris can't be a compensation, Kapil Madan.
No,
I'm just making that much point.
Yes, I agree with you totally. I will not for a second define any kind of misbehavior, any kind of mistreatment to the widows of our Pulwama martyred. I will not defend. I mean, this should not have been done. And as I read from the reports, one of the Congress leaders have already met Mr. Sachin Pilot. They are in discussion. And they are, I'm absolutely sure that whatever their demands are will be met in a just and in a fair manner. But having said that, should we close our eyes to the justice which the Pulwama martyr truly deserve? Shouldn't we ask question to the government?
We will broaden that. I will get General Bakshi on that, but let me go back. Okay.
I think we are diverting the topic.
Kapil,
sorry,
you got your opening comments.
Sorry to say that. We are diverting the topic. The issue is,
I'm sorry.
The way
I'm
you are
sorry,
treating
sir,
them.
Not diverting.
It's not what you have given them.
I'm sorry.
But the way these Veer Naris are being treated, no, that's very shameful.
Now, justice can't be equated only in the form of
because you are trying to divert. Sorry to say.
No, I am not. No, I am sorry. I am not for a minute,
I'm saying
the action
the
of
grant,
the government.
is being given as if you are doing a charity.
It
is the intention of this country.
No, I am sorry.
You know, the character of the nation is how you give them respect. Do you give them the respect when you ask police to mishandle them? I'm really sorry to say this.
I am sorry.
The Veer Naris are being dragged on the road.
I am sorry. I am sorry. What you're trying to do is politicization.
But do you think you are right way?
You are not even remotely connected with anyone in the armed forces, Kapil. I don't know. I have to make this observation. Kapil, you can't be that dry. If anyone from your near and dear words is serving in the armed forces, Kapil.
What has happened to the trial? Are we not seeking should we not seek justice for the Pulwama matters? Should we not ask questions who was responsible?
Should we
not seek an expedited trial? Should we not seek justice?
Look, excuse me. The fact of the matter is, what has outraged the people of this country, the soldiers in the armed forces, is the way the widows of the martyrs are being treated here and now, right? We are not talking of courts of inquiries and why they haven't been done. We are saying that the families of the martyrs are being pushed around, are being beaten, are being ill-treated, and they are being made to wait for the past almost 2 weeks to get a darshan of the Chief Minister. I mean, they have problems. I thought the administration, state administration, would move heaven and hell to get there and do it faster. And if you have any grouse that some court of inquiry hasn't been finished, completed or done properly, does that justify, just one wrong justify another? Does that give you the right to ill-treat widows?
Number two, I think you didn't
as
heard
far
me
as
right.
the martyrs of Pulwama.
No, there is no wrong, sir. Kapil Madan. Pulwama investigation is moving apace. No. I have to structure this. Okay, General Bakshi sir, let me come in. General Bakshi sir.
From where this attack originated?
Of course, with utmost respect, Kapil Madan. General Bakshi sir, let me just take this. Let me just clarify one thing. You know, Pulwama investigation is moving ahead apace. There is a certain manner in which investigations go. You have to trust the judiciary to take care of that. Kapil Madan, you cannot be raising unrelated questions just to obfuscate on this very important issue that we are discussing, which is disrespect to the widows of Pulwama martyrs. And it's not just not Pulwama martyrs. These Veer Naris have lost their husbands in some other terror attacks as well. Okay, Kapil, no, this can't be allowed. Kapil, no, you can't get stuck on one thing which is patently wrong. No, you can't get stuck on one thing which is patently wrong. Let me get this. No, hold on, Kapil, hold on. I have to get Sabharwal again. I have to get Mr. Sabharwal again. But before that, Mr. Bhargav, you think your MP being there suffices, Mr. Bhargav? Kirori Lal Meena present there with these Veer Naris, does that suffice? Is it enough? The assembly is in session. Yes. Have you done enough in the Rajasthan assembly?
I think you are not informed fully. The whole party, the acting leader of the opposition, he met the governor yesterday. Our state party president also had a meeting. He also met these Pulwama widows, the martyrs' widows. I think what is very important is the manner in which the state government is handling the whole thing. It is shameful and regretful I quote from the statement made by the minister in charge for the soldiers' welfare, Mr. Rajendra Singh Guda. In the last 3 years, we have 34 cases which are eligible for such support under the scheme, under the policy. 23 of them are still under consideration, and 11 files are moving with the different departments. No single matter has been finalized and disposed of. Now, this is the manner in which the widows of the martyrs are being treated in this state. It is very shameful. The Chief Minister doesn't have time. They are being caned. When they go to meet the Chief Minister, they are being caned. Now, this manhandling, I think the sentiment of the nation has rightly been expressed by both the veterans, General Bakshi and Saxena. The nation's mood is very clear. And this government has to learn lessons. Their ministers talk something, and within hours, the Chief Minister makes another statement saying that their demands are unconstitutional. Now,
let's see. Understood, sir. Let's see. You have
like this.
I don't know if this is enough. I don't know if this is enough, sir. But let me take this through. Let me take this to the Congress representative here, Mr. Sabharwal. Now, let me just tell you some facts. Now, we'll see how you respond to them. Sundari Devi, she is the widow of Jeetram Gurjar. She says when the last riots happened, 4 ministers came there because there were people around and there was sentiment, partly under the pressure of sentiment, partly because it's good to be seen. Maybe they came there. They made certain promises. Except for having been paid the compensation, no other promise has been kept, including renaming of a college there in Bharatpur, including a road that had to be built. What's the problem? These are not very big things. The Chief Minister says the money has been paid, the compensation has been paid, even more than what was promised, this, that. But it's not about money, it's about the sentiment. Remember what General Bakshi says. It's the manner in which the Veer Naris are being manhandled or handled. It reeks of
not about
contempt
the money, Abhishek.
for the sacrifice they have made, their families have made. Mr. Sabharwal.
We are just losing one point. Abhishek, I'll just like to make one point. It is the manner in which you treat your Veer Naris, your disabled soldiers, your martyrs, or family. That's important.
Yeah, okay.
We are doing
let Mr. Sabharwal respond,
like
Captain.
they are beggars. Why they are allowed to come here?
It's not about money, of course, Mr. Sabharwal. That's the point being made. It's not about money. The Chief Minister has been absolutely insensitive and lackadaisical in saying that, oh, the money has been given, rest of the things would be taken care of.
No. Let me say something, We have a respect for the widows of the Pulbava. They are our sisters, They are like our daughters. The 2 ministers went to the dharna. What is the issue? We should try to understand the issue. There are 4 demands. And every state in India, we agreed on four things which we'll do for them. One, their name of their husbands will be given to schools and roads, statues will be put. Their kins will get the jobs. That is the most important. Their family will get the jobs. Their family. Third issue was that the compensation will be given to.
Why can't this be said in person? Why has the Chief Minister informed of this via a tweet?
You're right.
Is that the manner in which you really behave with Veer Naris?
You're right.
Tweeting. The Chief Minister has tweeted, the compensation has been given, rest of the things will be taken care of, the jobs have to be given to the children and not to the next of kin. Is this the manner you conduct yourself vis-a-vis the Veer Naris?
Please listen to me. You have done a very good debate, a very good topic. I think we should formulate a policy because 2 veterans are here. The government of India, he spoke to Defence Minister, Mr. Ashok Gehlot spoke to Defence Minister, the Congress President he spoke. We are very much concerned, but how we should do the job to their kins, because they are not.
I think the Defence Minister spoke to the Chief Minister, not vice versa, by the way.
Please, give me 1 minute. Please give me 1 minute. We should try to make some policy where what the other states have done. what the Tamil Nadu has done, what the Uttar Pradesh has done, whether they gave a job to their kids or whether they gave a jobs to, they are waiting, like Mr. Ashok Gehlot is waiting. So we should try to make a policy, you know, so that there should not be any kind of disrespect to them. They should, that is our duty. That is a legitimate right to get. And I agree with you. I condemn the action of the police. Police should not.
I'm sorry, Mr. Sabharwal.
Ashok Gehlot should.
I'm really sorry. You are sounding apologetic.
One last issue.
But that does not suffice. Okay, let me just put a straight question. Let me just put a straight question. I'm helping you. I'm helping you. I'm helping you. Let me put a straight question. I'm helping you. Listen to me. Helping you. Helping you. Then you make your point. I'm helping you. Then you make your point. I'm saying, would the Chief Minister have the courtesy? And General Bakshi would agree with that. Captain Saxena would agree with that. Even Kapil Madan on your side would agree with that. Would the Chief Minister of Rajasthan, Ashok Gehlot, the seasoned politician that you were mentioning, have the courtesy to meet these Veer Naris tomorrow and tell them in person about the policies that exist under which he had tweeted?
He should.
For which he had tweeted?
He should. He should. That is his duty. If any widow martyrs wants to meet the Chief Minister of respective state, it is a duty of the Chief Minister. He sent two ministers. But I appeal to Mr. Ashok Gehlot, he must meet them. He is a very down-earth leader of the Congress party. He groomed from the NSUI cadre. He knows what is the pain of the poor. And his policies in the Rajasthan are too good, pro-people. So I will appeal to him through your channel that he must call them, sit with them, and
Mr.
explain
Sabharwal,
them what is the
my
problem.
question is why he was not able to meet them for the last. So why he was not able to meet them for last 10 days? My question is, again I am saying it's not about the policy. It is the way, the emotional, the empathy which we show to this class. How many martyrs we have got in country? Not even 100 in a year, right? Other than the Kargil war, we have got just some terrorist attacks. Can we not meet them directly? No,
okay,
I'm saying
Romesh Sabharwal has been.
It is not about. They are not beggars. They are not beggars. They are asking.
They are not beggars, of course. Not at all.
If you not give the
I
right,
will not allow that impression in any manner to go.
They are. Entire nation is looking.
Jal Bakshi sir, the Congress representative here, Romesh Sabharwal, says that he is requesting the Chief Minister to meet the Veer Naris in person and communicate with them with due dignity.
Meet these Veer Naris. I mean, is it such a rocket science? What does it cost the Chief Minister to just take some time out, have the courtesy of meeting them, giving them an audience, listening to them? That by itself, you know, is half the palliative. But I mean, you show an attitude that you couldn't care less, that your police will thrash them because they are trying to meet the high and mighty.
Yes,
but he sent two ministers
Chief Minister. But I mean, what does it cost you? I mean, it would be such a
Bakshi sir, it is very clear.
A gesture which is kind-hearted, which would be a gesture which would go a long way to alleviate their sense of hurt.
Bakshi sir.
But you can't even meet them? I mean, it's
Bakshi
not
sir,
one
it
day
is
or
very
2
clear
days,
that
days.
Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot has been absolutely insensitive in the manner in which his government has really handled the issue of these protests by Veer Naris, widows of Pulwama martyrs. In fact, Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot, if you are watching this, if your men are watching this, remember the souls of Rohitas Lamba, Hemaraj Meena and Jeetram Gurjar. They were men from Rajasthan. They laid their lives, made that supreme sacrifice in the belief that once they are gone, their families would be taken care of, and not just by compensation, but by a sentiment of respect, of dignity and honor. That's the bare minimum that these women want. And in the next 24 hours, if the Chief Minister wants to respect that sentiment as expressed by General Bakshi and Captain Saxena, and I believe rest of the nation, he should be meeting these women in person and apologizing. On that note, I have to move on, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, General Bakshi, Captain Saxena, Kapil Madan, of course, doing the very difficult job and failing in defending Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot, Romesh Sabharwal, and of course, Sunil Bhargav of the BJP. Ladies and gentlemen, I move on to the next debate that we are going to have, and that's US intelligence community releasing a report which states that under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, India is more likely than in the past to respond with military force to perceive the real Pakistani provocations. The report said the crisis between India and Pakistan are more concerning because both are nuclear-armed states. Discounting for the alarmism, it's a cash-strapped, crisis-ridden Pakistan that's a real threat. Take a look at this report and then I come back to discuss.
Pakistan is facing the worst crisis in its history. There's no money. Businesses are walking out. Territories want to join India.
हमारा मुतालिबा है कारगिल रोड को खोला जाए।
And now, US intel agencies have warned of a Pakistani threat to India. The same US intel report also says under Prime Minister Modi, India is more likely to use military force in face of Pakistan's provocations. Terror sponsorship has bled Pakistan dry. Let's debate.
All right, welcome back. Joining me to discuss this, Professor Madhav Nalapat, Vice Chairman, Manipal Advanced Research Group, and live from Delhi, in fact, Elizabeth Braw, Senior Fellow of the American Enterprise Institute, live from Washington, D.C. And then we have Hamid Khan, Strategic Affairs Expert, live from Lahore. Let me begin with Professor Madhav Nalapat to get the debate going in perspective. Professor Nalapat, the US intelligence, I don't think it takes much of intelligence really, but then the report says that this is an annual threat assessment, by the way, and it says that there is likelihood of India-Pakistan border becoming some kind of flashpoint given the crisis that Pakistan is. Is there an element of alarmism you see in this, or this is real?
Abhishek, I'd like to point out that Pakistan today is, we have a Pakistan guest here. I'm not sure he will disagree with me. Pakistan is very firmly in the Chinese camp. And essentially, the Pakistan military depends on China for the way it used to depend on the United States in the past. So let's assume that Pakistan military, I don't say Pakistan, the Pakistan military gets up to some mischief on the border. It will basically be on the instructions of China. And then the question is, will the Chinese themselves create mischief? Well, they have seen the situation in Galwan and Yangtze, etc. And as correctly been said by this intelligence assessment, the Prime Minister reflects the views of the people of India. And the views of the people of India are very clear that we have had a history of decades and decades of one-sided concessions, decade after decade, including the handing over of 93,000 prisoners of war back to Pakistan, when several thousand of them were guilty of genocide and war crimes. Not one was proceeded against. In my view, that was a horrible mistake. It was a miscarriage of justice. So we have a history of one-sided concessions, and these concessions have got nothing more than bad behavior. So the Prime Minister is, I think, very correct in assuming that you reward bad behavior with good, you're only encouraging bad behavior. So yes, I think there will definitely be a military response. But I'd also like to point out that they mentioned about a nuclear dimension. Look, I really don't believe that two nuclear powers are going to use nuclear weapons against the other. In 2001 also, the Americans went and created a hysterical view that nuclear war was going to break out in India and Pakistan. Some of us said publicly at that point, rubbish. This time also I can tell you, two nuclear powers, unless they are run by lunatics And India certainly is not run by that kind of individual. The Pakistan military, most of them are very well off. They've got excellent properties. They have got these properties because of their rational thinking. So I don't believe the nuclear dimension is going to be operative.
Okay, I'll come to Hamid Khan in a bit. Hamid Khan, I could see you raising your finger. I'll come to you, but let me take this to Elizabeth Brough first. Elizabeth, you think your intelligence community is indulging in a bit of alarmism insofar as the nuclear issue is concerned? And also, if you seriously think that Pakistan is the problem and the region can be a flashpoint, then why really provide that F-16 maintenance package to Pakistan, which you did last year?
So there are a number of things here. And the most important thing is that conflict has changed or is changing around the world. And what we are seeing is that simmering tensions between countries can escalate. And obviously we've seen a full-scale invasion recently. I'm not predicting that will happen. But in a world that is so tense, even simmering conflicts or accidental conflicts can escalate. And that is the big risk at the moment. And on top of that, the US is so busy focusing on Ukraine. If something happens elsewhere in the world, the US won't be able to give it its full attention. And for better or worse, the US is still the country that comes to countries' aid when there is some sort of conflict. We can't count on China to intervene for the benefit of the rest of the world. And that is a really dangerous situation. I wouldn't be too concerned about the nuclear threat, as the previous speaker said. Leaders, even in countries that are daggers drawn, usually have the good sense, indeed have so far throughout the history of nuclear weapons, had the good sense of not using them apart from the weapons that were used in Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
But I don't understand. You sort of still dodge the question that I asked Elizabeth, that why provide Pakistan with F-16s if you think that there can be a nuclear flashpoint as well. Why really even give a semblance of a fighting machine to the Pakistani side then?
So this is where it all links back to China. The US is trying to build some sort of coalition involving countries that are not exactly the West's best friends, but are friendly enough or at least not hostile.
Are you sure that F-16 maintenance package is going to help US build a coalition against China? Really, Elizabeth?
Well, I'm not, but I think that is the thinking in the U.S. government. You have to deal with countries as they are. I think it is probably not going to be all that successful in the long run. But nevertheless, that is the situation today. China is accumulating allies through various incentives and gifts and so forth. And the US is trying to do the same. We are seeing two new blocs arising, and there is a competition to get as many countries as you can on your side of that divide.
I guess that was not the best strategy, but then I'll pick up from where you said that US is trying to deal with the country as it is. And let me take this to Hamid Khan. Hamid Khan, the US State Department spokesperson, Ned Price, was quoted as saying today that Pakistan has to fend for itself. Pakistan has to do more, cooperate more with the International Monetary Fund if they really want the money. The US government is not going to help. See, it's really hands-off. The Chinese, for some obvious reasons, have rolled over your debt. But otherwise, if you look at it, Pakistan is in dire straits. You are not in a position to fight a war. Forget about fighting a war. You are not in a position to perhaps provide 2 square meals to your population even. In that situation, for anyone in Pakistan to be thinking that they're going to take on India is a travesty. It's a tragedy. It's unfortunate that anyone would be thinking like that, Hamid Khan.
Can I reply now? Thank you very much, Abhishek. I think that the problem with the media, with Republic TV and other Indian media, is that they talk or discuss half of the things. if you go through that report, what US has said, they have said that it is because the next year is election year in India as well. And we have seen in past that Modi have used political motives to enhance or escalate the war situation on the borders of LOC and others to get the more political strength. This is the past of Modi, which he has done and he may have tried to do again. And this is what they did by doing the false flag operation, whether it was Pulwama or Uri or others. No, Pakistan has only done one thing. Pakistan has done only one thing, and that is to give a befitting reply, whether we shot down your 2 airplanes and we brought Abhinandan down, or whether we protect sovereignty of our country. If you think that it will be a nuclear conflict, I agree. Let me reply, please. I'll appreciate your time. Okay. If you think it as per American report, it could be a nuclear, conflict. I agree with Elizabeth that it won't be a nuclear, conflict. But it's not because that it's for any other reason. But it's mainly that Pakistan's army and forces are capable enough to give a befitting reply in the conventional war to India. We have done it in past in 65. We have done it in Kargil. We have done it latest in 2019. We will carry on giving a lesson.
What have you done in Kargil?
If they will think
what have you done in Kargil? By the way, you skipped 1971, but what have you done in Kargil?
Yes, I tell. When your prime minister ran to Clinton and asking for forgiveness to have the face saving in Kargil, that's why Pakistan won the Kargil on the war front.
I think it was Nawaz Sharif who ran to Clinton, by the way. I think it was Nawaz Sharif who flew down to Washington DC. Hamid Khan, you have a very short memory. But then you have a very short, very bad memory. Very bad memory. It was Nawaz Sharif who flew down to Washington DC, by the way.
No, what Sushma Swaraj did at
No. Now you're moving the goalpost. I caught you there. I caught you there. Professor Nalapat. Okay. Prof.
So,
I caught you there, Hamid Khan. It was not Vajpayee. It was Nawaz Sharif who went to Washington DC pleading, please save my life because General Pervez Musharraf is after me. But Professor Nalapat, last word to you. We are getting these reports that Honda has shut down their plant in Pakistan today because they don't have dollars to really import the components that are needed. Also, I was going through this very interesting bit. Hamid Khan, you would Elizabeth also would like Elizabeth also would enjoy this. Hamid Khan, hold on.
No.
Hamid Khan, hold on. A very interesting bit. Hold on. Very interesting bit. Elizabeth would enjoy this. And Professor Nalapat. There was a robbery.
You are saying we don't have money to eat.
Okay, Hamid Khan, hold on.
You are saying we will attack on India. No sane person will do that.
But you have lot of money. Let me help you. Hamid Khan, hold on. Hold on. Interesting bit. Hamid Khan, hold on. Interesting bit. Yesterday, Professor Nalapat and Elizabeth, you would love this. Yesterday, there was a robbery that happened. Hold on, there was a robbery that happened in the residence of cricketer Mohammad Hafiz.
Armed forces in Kashmir.
Okay, Hamid Khan, please don't obstruct.
And I will be quiet then.
Let me take this forward. Okay, Hamid Khan, thank you so much. I have to stop. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Hamid Khan. There was a robbery in the house of a cricketer called Mohammad Hafiz. Professor Nalapat, that's very interesting. The robbers scooted away. And this is in the FIR registered after the robbery with 20,000 US dollars, 4,000 pounds sterling, 3,000 euros, 5,000 dinars. Not a single Pakistani rupee. So you see, there are no Pakistani rupee left. That is the reason why Pakistan is really struggling. Professor Nalapat, last word to you really. Is Pakistan...
I am surprised.
Hamid, please.
Is Pakistan in any situation to defend itself? Professor Nalapat.
Hamid, please. I didn't know your name is my name as well. Please. Look, I would only like to say, Abhishek, that Elizabeth is highly regarded in Washington. If the Americans seriously believe that the Pakistan military is not in the grip of China, then I think this is on par with the mistakes they made in Iraq. This is on par with the mistake they made in believing that Vladimir Putin is on his last legs. They have made a succession of mistakes, and this is one of them. It is incomprehensible to any individual who has any knowledge of subcontinent not to understand that the Pakistan military is now fully in the grip of China, fully and totally. So if in case it is the US intelligence agencies are not aware of it, then I'd only like to say that I think, quite frankly, it's time for all of us who are friends of the United States and India, a partner of the United States in the Quad, and looking to the United States as a partner.
I'm very surprised that India is always trying to play on the both sides of the pitch. They are trying to be friend, and they are trying to get oil from Russia.
Elizabeth wanted to say something quickly. Elizabeth, 30 seconds. I give 30 seconds to you. Please go ahead. Elizabeth, you wanted to make a point.
Americans are very...
I just wanted to re-emphasize, I don't speak for the US government, but I think all of these moves have to be seen in the new geopolitical context that we have, with China emerging as such a big counterpart, alternative superpower, that the US will try anything, the US and Western governments will try anything in their power to win as many friends as possible. This is so different from what we have seen in the past 30 years.
Okay.
In the Cold War, I think my fellow panelists will agree, in the Cold War, it was the same thing. It was the same tug of war for every single country. No country was too small to compete for. And India and Pakistan are obviously very large and very important countries. So I'm not surprised that there is this tug of war going on to win them over in whatever extent possible, to make sure that China doesn't get their full attention or affection, however you want to label it.
Very well said, Elizabeth.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth, there, Professor Madhav Nalapan, and of course Hamid Khan. But this is not really about India and Pakistan anymore. This is just about Pakistan. Sooner the world realizes that, sooner the US strategic community realizes that, better it would be for world peace. On that note, thank you so much, all my guests, and of course viewers for joining us. A short break on the other side. Live and Breaking continues, and tomorrow we are back with the debate at 9 p.m. Thank you so much for watching.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 10 years, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
कहीं ना कहीं मार्शल आर्ट्स लड़ाई झगड़े खून खराबे से ज्यादा आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट हार्मनी आल्सो.
सर इट्स अ पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम.
पूरा मार्शल आर्ट्स.
बिल्कुल. आपकी फौज में भी यही है. डिसिप्लिन, माइंड, बॉडी एंड स्पिरिट इज इन कमांड ऑफ यू. आपके पास गन है, बट आप किसी सिविलियन को गुस्सा आते गोली तो नहीं मार देते ना. यू हैव टू कंट्रोल दैट. दैट कंट्रोल कम्स फ्रॉम द माइंड एंड फ्रॉम द ट्रेनिंग. सो दैट जो आर्मी में हम बोलते हैं फोर्स कंटिन्यूम, किस फोर्स पे कितना फोर्स देना है, ये मेंटल कंट्रोल ट्रेनिंग से आता है, करेक्ट ट्रेनिंग से.
आप इंडिया आते हैं एंड देन यू स्टार्ट स्पेशल फोर्सेस, एनएसजी, गरुड़, मार्कोस. किस तरीके से ये सफर शुरू हुआ स्पेशल फोर्सेस को ट्रेन करने?
कर्नल साहब, तो ही वाज एट दैट टाइम सीईओ ऑफ 6AR, और पहली अपॉर्चुनिटी उन्होंने मुझे दी.
अच्छा.
टू ट्रेन हिज रेजिमेंट, एंड ही आस्क्ड मी कि आप इनको नाइफ टू नाइफ कॉम्बैट में खुकरी ट्रेन करो. जब मैंने एडीजी इन्फेंट्री के सामने वो डेमो दिया, और उनको वो बहुत अलग लिखा. एज लॉन्ग एज आवर सोल्जर्स आर सेफ, दे गेट द बेस्ट, आई हैव नो प्रॉब्लम.
Soldier of the Indian Army has been murdered by a politician, and the Latvian media is quiet about it. Not emphatically, not vocally, not till Republic named and shamed them about their silence over Lance Naik Prabhu's death. Look at this man. He's the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, and as our reporter runs after him to ask him to say one thing, he says not one word. He just keeps running away from the Republic reporters.
All the 9 of the accused have been taken to custody. The primary accused, Chinnasamy, had been picked up by the CID and handed over to the Tamil Nadu cops.
कहीं ना कहीं मार्शल आर्ट्स लड़ाई झगड़े खून खराबे से ज्यादा आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट हार्मनी ऑल्सो।
सर इट्स अ पर्सनैलिटी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम।
पूरा मार्शल आर्ट्स
बिल्कुल
जी।
आपकी फौज में भी यही है, डिसिप्लिन, माइंड, बॉडी एंड स्पिरिट इज इन कमांड ऑफ यू। आपके पास गन है बट आप किसी सिविलियन को गुस्सा आते गोली तो नहीं मार देते ना। यू हैव टू कंट्रोल दैट कंट्रोल कम्स फ्रॉम द माइंड एंड फ्रॉम द ट्रेनिंग। सो दैट जो आर्मी में हम बोलते हैं फोर्स कंटिन्यूम, किस फोर्स पे कितना फोर्स देना है, ये मेंटल कंट्रोल ट्रेनिंग से आता है, करेक्ट ट्रेनिंग से।
आप इंडिया आते हैं एंड देन यू स्टार्ट
asked me and pressurized me to give only 2 political leaders' name, either KKavitha or Manish Sisodia. He's been arrested now, he's inside the jail, he's filed a writ petition. So this is the kind of operation that is done by ED.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 10 years. With top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
आप इंडिया आते हैं एंड देन यू स्टार्ट स्पेशल फोर्सेस, NSG, गरुड़, मार्कोस। किस तरीके से ये सफर शुरू हुआ स्पेशल फोर्सेस को ट्रेन करने?
कर्नल साहब, तो ही वॉज एट दैट टाइम CEO of KCR और पहली अपॉर्चुनिटी उन्होंने मुझे दी।
अच्छा।
टू ट्रेन हिज रेजिमेंट एंड ही आस्क्ड मी कि आप उनको नाइफ टू नाइफ कॉम्बैट में खुखरी ट्रेन करो। जब मैंने ADG इन्फेंट्री के सामने वो डेमो दिया और उनको वो बहुत अलग लिखा, एज लॉन्ग एज आवर सोल्जर्स आर सेफ, दे गेट द बेस्ट, आई हैव नो प्रॉब्लम।
Soldier of the Indian Army has been murdered by a politician and the Latvian media is quiet about it. Not emphatically, not vocally, not till Republic named and shamed them about their silence over Lance Naik Prabhu's death. Look at this man. He's the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, and as our reporter runs after him to ask him to say one thing, he says not one word. He just keeps running away from the Republic reporters.
All the 9 of the accused have been taken to custody. The primary accused, Chinnasamy, had been picked up by the CID and handed over to the Tamil Nadu cops.
कहीं ना कहीं मार्शल आर्ट्स लड़ाई झगड़े खून खराबे से ज्यादा आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट हार्मनी ऑल्सो।
सर इट्स अ पर्सनैलिटी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम।
पूरा मार्शल आर्ट्स
बिल्कुल
जी।
आपकी फौज में भी यही है, डिसिप्लिन, माइंड, बॉडी एंड स्पिरिट इज इन कमांड ऑफ यू। आपके पास गन है बट आप किसी सिविलियन को गुस्सा आते गोली तो नहीं मार देते ना। यू हैव टू कंट्रोल दैट कंट्रोल कम्स फ्रॉम द माइंड एंड फ्रॉम द ट्रेनिंग। सो दैट जो आर्मी में हम बोलते हैं फोर्स कंटिन्यूम, किस फोर्स पे कितना फोर्स देना है, ये मेंटल कंट्रोल ट्रेनिंग से आता है, करेक्ट ट्रेनिंग से।
आप इंडिया आते हैं एंड देन यू स्टार्ट स्पेशल फोर्सेस, NSG, गरुड़, मार्कोस। किस तरीके से ये सफर शुरू हुआ स्पेशल फोर्सेस को ट्रेन करने?
कर्नल साहब, तो ही वॉज एट दैट टाइम CEO of KCR और पहली अपॉर्चुनिटी उन्होंने मुझे दी।
अच्छा।
टू ट्रेन हिज रेजिमेंट एंड ही आस्क्ड मी कि आप उनको नाइफ टू नाइफ कॉम्बैट में खुखरी ट्रेन करो। जब मैंने ADG इन्फेंट्री के सामने वो डेमो दिया और उनको वो बहुत अलग लिखा, एज लॉन्ग एज आवर सोल्जर्स आर सेफ, दे गेट द बेस्ट, आई हैव नो प्रॉब्लम।
Soldier of the Indian Army has been murdered by a politician and the Latvian media is quiet about it. Not emphatically, not vocally, not till Republic named and shamed them about their silence over Lance Naik Prabhu.
From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for The Debate.
Welcome. I am Ishwara Kapoor and you're watching The Debate. Yes, Arnab Goswami is not here today, but don't worry. He's going to be back really soon. But we have a packed house, and these are the debates tonight. Debate number 1. Kavitha summoned in Liquorgate. Manish Sisodiya is now arrested by the ED, and the BJP is hit by corruption charges of its own. So who is misusing the agencies and how? That's debate number 1 tonight. Debate number 2, Pulwama martyrs betrayed. Protest by Veer Naris enters day 10. Why is the Vadra Congress silent? That's debate number 2, viewers. And debate number 3, yes, there's a third debate tonight. US intel report says India more likely to use military force in face of Pakistan's provocation. Will Pakistan get this message? It's as clear as that, and that's debate number 3 tonight. But first, the headlines. Aam Aadmi Party's senior leader Manish Sisodiya now arrested by the ED after CBI, and all this happened in Tihar. Yes, that's how it happened today.
Bharatiya Janata Party, because they have power in the central government as well, they are utilizing the central agencies to take over the rights of the states and to shield their own people.
2 days before her ED summons, BRS senior leader KKavitha speaks to Republic.
Morning to evening, they only ask me and pressurize me to give only 2 political leaders' name, either KKavitha or Manish Sisodiya. He's been arrested now, he's inside the jail, he's filed a writ petition. So this is the kind of operation.
Explosive interview on Republic as KKavitha goes after agencies in her response. BJP Bribegate MLA is brazen silent on his whereabouts, even as his son is arrested over kickbacks. Embarrassment for BJP there. Another big controversy in Karnataka as BJP MP is seen moral policing and asking woman trader to wear a bindi. Shameful scenes unfold in Rajasthan as wives of Pulwama martyrs are made to force to plead for honor. And ladies and gentlemen, let's begin with the debate. The Aam Aadmi Party has been openly saying, after their second leader and number 2 in their party and was number 2 in the government, Manish Sisodiya, was arrested by the CBI. Well, hello, today the ED arrested Manish Sisodiya after his questioning inside the Tihar jail. The counter by the Aam Aadmi Party is same. Political vendetta. Our colleague, my colleague, Shavan, spoke to KKavitha just few minutes prior. She has been summoned by the ED. She speaks to Republic 2 days prior to that. And I'm asking you, viewers, what would be her answer? There's no surprise there. It's same as that was of the Aam Aadmi Party. Political vendetta. They are blaming the ED and the CBI. They are saying the complete opposition are openly saying that the ED and the CBI are only working on the behest of the BJP. The BJP says action is being done against the corrupt. So where is the politics in that? The Aam Aadmi Party says tomorrow Manish was about to get bail in the CBI court. The question is asked, how do you know? The counter comes from the Aam Aadmi Party. They say, Why couldn't the ED wait a day? The same point was reiterated by KKavitha in her interview to Republic, saying that ED is in a hurry. Why do they say so? Our officers, whether it's the ED or the CBI, are acting against the corrupt. But the problem is, which I have asked earlier also, viewers, that why and only why, and it's food for thought for you, the people of this country, that why only and only when our agencies, the ED and the CBI, knock on the door of a politician or anyone who's very, very closely connected to a politician, that this counter of political vendetta comes, and this counter is not new. It's not new. No political party, whether who are in power today or who are not in power today, have not used it for their defense as soon as their own leader has been caught. Yes, no political party, whether the Congress, the SP, the BJP, the AAP, no party is untouched by this. You ask anything today of the Aam Aadmi Party, I'm going to be joined in by a senior leader of the Aam Aadmi Party and Member of Parliament, Sanjay Singh. I'm going to have BJP Member of Parliament, Sudhanshu Trivedi. You ask them any question, the counter is political vendetta. The ED and CBI are being misused. Yes. So what should we do? You ask the BRS leadership, KKavitha, in her interview to my colleague Shavan, she says the ED and the CBI are only working on the behest of the government. So I ask you, viewers, what should we do as people of this country, as citizens of India? Should ED and CBI be closed? No. Why? Thousands of officers work day and night to get these documents out, to get the information out, to investigate. Only because it's connected to a political party or a political leader? Should these investigations be stopped? No. No. So who is misusing the agencies and how? That's the debate tonight. But first, this special report, and then I have a packed house.
लेकिन हम भी मोदी जी से और भारतीय जनता पार्टी से और पूरे देश की जनता से बता दें कि हम डरने वालों से नहीं हैं।
BRS leader KKavitha is calling the CBI action on Liquorgate fixed political vendetta.
Bharatiya Janata Party, because their power in the central government as well, they are utilizing the central agencies to take over the rights of the states and to shield their own people. They are shielding BL Santosh today, they are shielding Mr. MLA in Karnataka who's caught with money. And if ED is not on vacation, and if ED is not biased only towards targeting the opposition, they should immediately book a case on Mr. MLA who's caught with the money.
The allegation is of misuse of agencies.
Modi only knows two things. The double engine he talks about is either jumla और हमला. लोगों को गुमराह करो, बेवकूफ बनाओ, वोट ले लो, खत्म करो. अगर बात नहीं मानते हैं तो हमला करो. ED भेजो, CBI भेजो, IT भेजो. मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूँ, आज तक मोदी जब से आए हैं 9 साल में, कितने लोगों पे, कितने बीजेपी लीडर पे आज तक केस हुए, बताइए आप मुझे. क्या बीजेपी में सभी के सभी राजा हरिश्चंद्र के भाई या बहन है? क्या बीजेपी में कोई एक केस नहीं होता? कल आप देखिएगा, कल कर्नाटक में क्या हुआ.
The allegation is of targeting the opposition.
दिल्ली के खतरनाक क्रिमिनल्स, अपराधी, पेशेवर अपराधी, कुछ तो इतने मानसिक तौर पे बीमार हैं कि आप उनको इशारा कर दीजिए वो किसी का भी मर्डर कर सकते हैं. वो सब लोग उसी जेल में हैं. तो क्यों दिल्ली के उप मुख्यमंत्री मनीष सिसोदिया के इतने नज़दीक इस तरीके के गैंगस्टर्स को, इस तरीके के क्रिमिनल्स को रखा जा रहा है? पिछले जून से वो लगातार छापे मार रहे हैं, पूछताछ कर रहे हैं, लोगों को जेल में डाल रहे हैं. मिला क्या?
The BJP is hitting back.
उनको इतनी तकलीफ क्यों हो रही है? अगर इफ दे आर नॉट इन्वॉल्व्ड, क्यों डरना क्यों? नरेंद्र मोदी जी का जो लीडरशिप है आज देश में, इन लोगों का जिन लोगों ने लेटर लिखा है, सब इकट्ठा होके नरेंद्र मोदी के खिलाफ बहुत दिनों से बोल रहे हैं. हम तो देख रहे, तो नया कुछ नहीं है इसमें. तो आज भी ये सब इकट्ठा होके एक प्लेटफॉर्म में आना चाह रहे हैं.
But the BJP has much to answer itself.
After 168 hours and 7 days, Madal Virupakshappa has finally appeared before the Lokayukta's investigating officer to go on and give the details of the massive bribegate scam which has gone on to rock Karnataka.
ನನಗೆ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ. ನೀವು ನನ್ನ ಟಚ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ ತೊಂದರೆ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಾಡೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಈ ದಿನ ಲೋಕಾಯುಕ್ತದ ಮುಂದೆ ಹಾಜರಾಗ್ತೇನೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಸರ್
Can the politicians blame the agencies? Let's debate.
Well, yes, let's debate that who is misusing the agency, viewers, and like how. I'm joined in by the BJP Member of Parliament of the Upper House, so Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi. I have the Member of Parliament of the Upper House and Senior Leader of the Aam Aadmi Party, Sanjay Singh. And I also have Senior Leader and Chairman of the BRS, Rawala Sridhar Reddy. He is Chairman TSEWIDC. I'm going to you, Sanjay Singh, first, and then coming to you, Sudhanshu ji. Sanjay Singh ji, you ask anything of the Aam Aadmi Party. आप कुछ भी पूछिए, आम आदमी पार्टी कहती है एक ही जवाब, ईडी एंड सीबीआई का मिसयूज। आज ईडी ने आपके फॉर्मर डेप्यूटी चीफ मिनिस्टर से, दिल्ली के मनीष सिसोदिया से पूछताछ किया संजय जी, और उसके बाद उनको अरेस्ट किया। विल यू स्टिल से, आप अभी भी यही कहेंगे कि ईडी बीजेपी के बेहस पे काम कर रही है? अभी भी आपको कुछ लिकर पॉलिसी में, एक्साइज पॉलिसी में कुछ गलत नहीं दिखता?
देखिए ऐश्वर्या
संजय जी,
देखिए ऐश्वर्या जी, भारतीय जनता पार्टी की हालत यह हो गई है कि बीजेपी में जो जितना बड़ा भ्रष्टाचारी वो उतना बड़ा पदाधिकारी। और ये बात मैं क्यों कह रहा हूं, सिलसिलेवार सुनिएगा।
व्हाट आर यू सेइंग?
खुद भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने हेमंत विश्व शर्मा के खिलाफ वाटर स्कैम की बुकलेट जारी की थी। संजय सिंह ने नहीं, खुद बीजेपी ने जारी की थी। और आज वो हेमंत विश्व शर्मा बीजेपी के चीफ मिनिस्टर हैं असम के। मुकुल राय, शुवेंदु अधिकारी शारदा स्कैम में फंसे तो पूरे बंगाल में बीजेपी ने उनके खिलाफ प्रदर्शन किया, उनका इस्तीफा मांगा और कहा कि ऐसे लोग तो राजनीति में होने नहीं चाहिए। एक को बीजेपी का राष्ट्रीय उपाध्यक्ष बनाया, दूसरे को लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन बनाया। अजीत पवार को कहा ये चक्की पिसिंग करेंगे, सीबीआई की जांच होगी। 40,000 करोड़ का सिंचाई घोटाला किया है उन्होंने, और अजीत पवार के साथ सुबह 6:30 बजे उन्होंने शपथ ले ली। व्यापम घोटाले में शिवराज सिंह और पूरी पार्टी मध्य प्रदेश में फंसती है, उनको मुख्यमंत्री बना दिया जाता है। येदियुरप्पा माइनिंग घोटाले में फंसते हैं, उनको मुख्यमंत्री बना दिया जाता है। नारायण राणे लैंड स्कैम मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग में फंसते हैं, उनको केंद्र में मंत्री बना दिया जाता है। जो जो बीजेपी में शामिल हो जाता है वो राजा हरिश्चंद्र हो जाता है, उसके खिलाफ कोई जांच नहीं होती। अब बात करते हैं मनीष सिसोदिया की। मनीष सिसोदिया के घर में आपने 14 घंटे सीबीआई के छापेमारी कराई, कुछ नहीं निकला। गांव में छापेमारी करी, कुछ नहीं निकला। दफ्तर में छापेमारी करी, कुछ नहीं निकला। बैंक का लॉकर चेक किया, कुछ नहीं निकला। पहली चार्जशीट आई, कुछ नहीं निकला। दूसरी चार्जशीट आई, कुछ नहीं निकला। सीबीआई ने 5 दिन पूछताछ की, कुछ नहीं निकला। फिर 2 दिन पूछताछ की, कुछ नहीं निकला। जब कोई रास्ता नहीं बचा तो अब ईडी आई है। भाई ये बताओ, आप ये शराब घोटाला कब से चिल्ला रहे हैं आप इस बात का इंतजार कर रहे थे कि जिस दिन सीबीआई की जमानत की डेट लगेगी उसके 1 दिन पहले ईडी गिरफ्तार करेगी? आपको इसमें कुछ गलत नहीं लगता? आपको नहीं लगता कि सीबीआई और ईडी सिर्फ भारतीय जनता पार्टी और नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार के इशारे पर विपक्ष के नेताओं का उत्पीड़न कर रही है? आप मुझे बताइए, 3,000 किलो 20,000 करोड़ की ड्रग्स अडानी के पोर्ट पर पकड़ी गई। क्या कार्रवाई हुई उसके खिलाफ? अडानी के पोर्ट पर 20,000 करोड़ की ड्रग्स पकड़ी गई, कोई कार्रवाई नहीं हुई। आज मोदी जी ने 20,000 टन गेहूं भेज दिया तालिबान को। मोदी जी का नारा है कि तुम मुझे ड्रग्स दो, मैं तुम्हें गेहूं दूंगा। जो तालिबान आपके देश में ड्रग्स भेज रहा है, उसको आप गेहूं भेज रहे हो, गेहूं भेज रहे हो।